Ahoy! Welcome to a Hero Story episode 32. I'm
Mm,
this guy. That's that guy.
I'm
And we
I'm this guy.
and we're here to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Yay!
Firstly,
Oh.
we're here to say some thank yous to
Oh.
some people who messaged us.
Oh.
So first of all, up the top of the list, thank you, Nate Gammon,
Oh.
because we were his top podcast on
Oh
Spotify
yes.
Rap
Yeah, yeah,
this
yeah.
year.
Spotify Wrapped. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Shout out to, oh God, I don't
It
only
says, hold up, I can pull up the stats here. Because I think they're really interesting actually. It
I don't
said
understand them. I
no, no,
don't
no,
get
I
them.
know, but I do have stats about our people whose we were their number one show.
Oh.
Which I think is interesting. I shouldn't like this shouldn't tell me this about
99%
listeners.
virgins.
Yeah, it actually gives a
Got
list of
him.
all your addresses.
Yeah,
Um,
wow.
yeah, it's a very invasive. And that goes, you guys are like, we didn't even give our
Spotify
addresses
would
to
do that. Yeah,
Spotify. Yeah.
dude. Yeah, they would do
Um,
that.
37 countries. Yeah. Canada, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, Singapore, the United States. Not bad.
It's crazy.
Yes.
Thank
Top
you to.
fans assemble. Okay, yeah.
Oh my God. I swear to God, he told me how to say his name last week and I've forgotten. But
Yes.
shout out to Stygian. Stygian.
I think he might
Also,
have said it was
top
pronounced like Stein.
Stein. That's sick if that's true. I have no idea. Anyway, top 2% of fans. That's good. I
Damn.
don't know what number that I don't know what that means, but it's cool.
Yeah. Top
Um,
2%.
shout out to Bradley Gamble, who has
Yeah.
us in the. This is such a crazy
Let's
screenshot.
see.
This is for YouTube.
Yeah.
Top 0.1.
0.1%.
Do we
You watched
even have 300?
331 of our videos?
How many
Dude,
videos do we have?
I didn't know we had that many.
I didn't know that either. That is insane.
That is a lot.
My response is just holy fuck.
Yeah. Listen to this. So our number one,
Okay.
we were a top 10 show for 130 fans. That's nice. We were top five show for 101. That's pretty good. If it's a top
Mm,
10 for 130 and then a top five for 101, and then a top number one show for 51 fans, our fans
that's
stream
sick.
10 times more. There was a specific one that I thought was so funny. Okay, here we go. Our fans, our listeners, here's their top artists on Spotify. You want to hear them?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Number one, guess.
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Number two, Kendrick Lamar. Number
Fuck
three,
yeah,
Tyler the
dude.
Creator. Number
Okay.
four. Yes, I almost skipped four. Pritam,
Pretend.
Pritam. Looks like a nice guy in a suit.
Okay.
And then number five, Drake.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
look,
then
we
we have
still
our
okay.
top audiobooks, the listeners' top audiobooks. Number one, what do you think
Oh,
it is?
top audiobooks, dude. That's
Yeah.
tough. Is it like Thrawn? Is it Star Wars?
No,
Oh, what is it?
it's The Hobbit.
Oh, that kind
Yeah,
of makes
sure.
sense,
Yeah.
actually.
Number
Yeah, right.
two,
Sure.
The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've heard about
Yeah,
that.
apparently a
That's
very good book. I
yeah.
got that somewhere up
Halo,
there.
The Fall of Reach. Okay, you guys are listening to
Of
Halo
course, sure.
audiobooks. Star Wars Revan, classic.
Okay,
And
cool.
The Bands of Mourning.
I
Whoa.
don't know what that is. Okay.
I don't know what that is either, but that's what you guys listen to. So
While you
thanks.
continue with the stats, I'm going to do more shout outs. Benjamin Kimball, an absolute goat, longtime fan,
Mm-hmm.
longtime listener of the podcast, who constantly sends us very nice messages. Again, top 0.1%
On
of viewers.
YouTube,
Uh, he lost by one
310. Yeah.
one video. Had to watch
Damn, you should
one
have
more
watched that
video to be
video
the
that
top
one more
fan.
time.
He would have won that $10,000 prize that we were giving out.
What do you think is our listeners' top podcast? Like other than us,
Joe Rogan.
the Joe Rogan Experience.
Guys, what are you doing? What are you doing? I can
That's pretty good.
understand it if you're listening because there's someone on there that you really
That's
admire
got
and
to
you're
be
like,
all of it,
okay,
though. That's got to be the majority of
I
why people
guess.
listen, right?
But if you're watching for Joe Rogan, guys, come on, like, God, come on.
Man,
Okay. Oh my God, here we go. Logan. Oh, this is the guy. We edited a video with this, me trying to say this name. Logan Nago Leocios. I said that worse this time. Also top podcast.
nice.
It says he's a top 11 fan. But also look how many minutes he streamed of it,
3,435 minutes.
which would imply that anyone like,
What is
the
that
top
converted?
10% listen to more than that. What is that in? Yeah, what is 3,500 minutes all rounded up?
Yeah.
2 hours. 58 hours. I guess,
58. That's 2 days. A little
I
over two and a
mean,
half days.
yeah, so that's like you're keeping up with the podcast if the podcast is weekly. Oh, no, I guess. No, I think they're
We
just
do
like
long
really
episodes
dedicated.
though.
We do some long do. Sorry, that was just a classic all-time joke. I wanted to shout out there.
I think yeah,
Yeah.
everyone would be
Okay,
happy with
okay,
that.
that tracks. That tracks. And also, first Flash fan, who I think we've shouted out before, also top podcast on Spotify Wrapped. So
Nice.
just good
Well,
shit
apparently there's
across the board there.
51 of you guys. I appreciate that.
I'm going to
We
assume
appreciate that.
I'm going to assume Nick Heasters is up there too, and if he's not, fuck you, Nick.
Yeah, if you're not there, what are you doing?
Yeah,
What are you
fuck you,
even
dude.
doing?
The fuck, man.
Does YouTube give us like a for creators thing at some point? Probably,
That's
right?
actually a really good point. I have not looked at
Like our
all.
most commenters and whatnot. I don't know.
That would make a
Anyway,
lot of sense. Like that should have been the first thing I did when people started sending that stuff in.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna say when Peacemaker came out. Like what?
Do you
What would that have
really
to do
want
with that?
to? Yeah, you know how I feel about
I just
Peacemaker.
went to the
Man, remember when
YouTube by
they
the way, real quick, and you click community, it tells you last people that commented.
was it Nick Heasters?
16 hours ago. No, it wasn't Nick Heasters.
Oh, oh.
Tristan Doyen 4194. Sorry to dox you, brother. Commented on our Marvel Zombie Suck episode 26. I
Yeah.
kind of feel like Sean is being bullied.
Oh no! Oh, that's
good.
sad.
I like
Look,
that.
there's,
That was
there's a
16
very good
hours ago.
chance. There's a very good chance that was an episode where maybe we were unreasonably mean to Sean. Please know that we love Sean and
Oh
we all
god,
give it
that's
to each
funny.
other
Yeah,
different.
D&D next week.
Yeah, D&D's next week. That's true. And Sean will return. Fuck, we could have gotten Sean on today's episode, really, realistically.
It's true. Yeah,
I didn't
I guess
even
we didn't
think
think of it.
about that.
Yeah,
That doesn't help our case against bullying.
no, it doesn't.
I'll say it on the show right now. I like Sean more than JD.
Oh
I
my
said
god.
it. I said it, and
Wow.
more than Tyler probably.
Hey, come on.
Mm.
Um,
I like Sean more than I like the idea of Tyler.
well, yeah, I don't think you like me very much, actually. That
That's a
we've
lie.
we have we've
No,
no. I'll
we
spill
can
it, man. We can get
let's
into
get
it
Law deep
because
then. Let's get Law
because
deep.
what was it this weekend? Right, this past weekend.
Fuck it, you piss me off, dude. You
I
fucking
made
shit
him
me up the
so
fucking
mad.
wall. This
I made
fucking
him-
guy. Oh
I
my
made him
God.
so mad. It was because I bought.
I went away from my phone for 2 hours,
Yep.
and then I had to come back and say something. I was like, this fucking guy, this fucking guy.
He. Do you know that the Oxford Dictionary's word of the year is rage bait? That's awesome.
I did see that.
But so I bought the Flash by Jeff Johns Omnibus #1 because it was half off, and I got it for $48, which is pretty good.
Great deal. Great deal.
Yeah. And I sent it into the chat, and I was like, I before I bought it, I was like, I think I'm gonna get this.
And I said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, exactly. But I've said this before, I think, because I feel like I want to start with Johns' Flash because well, it's not a start because I've already read a lot of Wally. It's like whenever I do my real deep dive into Wally West, right, as a character, which I think I will do because I do genuinely think that I can learn to love Wally West. I think he seems like a very cool character. I just haven't gotten to the stories yet. I said I would do, I think, the Jeff Johns run first because part of the thing that was very dragging to me when I read a lot of Wade's run multiple times trying to really get into it a lot was that I just can't really get into like watching Wally get built as a character by Wade. And
it's just a misconception, I think, of that run. I think that's just not a true statement.
But it is the run that gave Wally any kind of lasting power as a character. No, it's the one that like cemented him as a really good
you've
character.
got like 50 something issues before that people really like with like the Messner Loeb run. Like people really love
But
that.
Wade is the one that had like he defined the Flash historically, just the entire
I think
mythos in
that's what a
general.
lot of Flash fans feel.
Oh,
But like
you don't feel this way. Do you think first
no,
Flash
no.
fan feels like this?
Well, he is the first
He's
Flash
the
fan, so
first
whatever
Flash
I
fan.
say
Yeah.
needs to we need to defer to him.
Yeah.
Like I know that we've got history of the Flash on here, but he's the first Flash fan, so
It's true.
um, no, like they're correct in the sense that it's like a character defining run, but I
Mhm.
don't think it's a character building run. I don't think you read that and you go, oh, this is where it introduces all the things that make Wally West a character. Like, no, I think it's like the character's established. It's just, it would be like calling Bendis's Daredevil like the character building run. You'd be like, well, no,
Well,
all the
yeah.
elements here, all of the concepts here exist. Although the Speed Force kind of stuff was all
The
in
Speed
there.
Force,
But like,
Bart, Linda. No,
yeah.
Did he invent Linda, or did Linda invent
No,
was
Linda's there from like the
Lesnar
start of that
Loebs?
run.
Okay,
Yeah.
but he was the one that defined that relationship. No.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, defined it more seriously. I mean, made it a relationship that when you read it, it's like, oh my God, I feel like love is real and I can
Yeah,
actually
maybe
find it, which
I
you won't and you shouldn't try.
yeah, you
Um,
listening won't. We have, but you
yeah,
won't.
we saw the Spotify statistics. You can't find love.
Sorry, guys. Um,
Sorry.
but yeah, I don't know. I feel like what I want to see, because this is the Wally that I've seen the most, is the
Mm.
Wally where he's ubiquitously the Flash. No one's ever questioning it. He's got no legacy to live up to. He's the Flash. He's the Flash. And I feel like
But he's
is that not Jeff Johns' run?
I don't think it's see this was what predicated the entire argument in the chat is Tyler
Yeah.
being like, I think this about the Flash and this is what want to read, and I'm like, but that's what you are saying I don't think is true and it makes no sense, and you were telling me that I was insane for thinking
Yes.
those things,
Number
me, a
one.
person who has read both
Number
of those
one.
books
How many times have I called you insane ever? Let it go. Get
all
over
the
it, man.
time,
Get over
all
it,
the
man.
time,
Get
every
over it.
day. I
Get
wake up,
over
the
it.
first message I see is you calling me insane. I haven't said anything.
Get over it, man. Grow up. Um, and but also I thought that I've read the whole thing, obviously, of either run, but I have read a lot of Jeff Johns' Flash. I read the first book that I had in trade since forever.
Wonderland.
Yeah, and then they're like the first like collection, like the first. It's
Oh,
like
is
a
it the
thick, yeah,
first three
maybe.
sort of arcs? Yeah.
And then I've also read Blitz and I've read Rogue War, which I know is weird to read the beginning and then the end, but that was when I was buying
Yeah.
comics on Comixology because they were all like a nickel,
Wow,
you
the
know?
bits you haven't read are like the bits you're missing are the bits that you could probably just skip over. Like
Yeah, I'm
the
sure
bit
that
in the
yeah,
middle.
because I mean everyone
Howard
talks
Porter's
about
art.
Blitz. Everyone talks
I
about
love
Blitz.
Blitz, but like if you read Blitz, you know like
Yeah,
the ending
I
of
think it's
Blitz is a
awesome.
soft reboot. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
mind wipe. He doesn't know the Flash. The next story, Ignition, is like, you know, him. It's basically a re-origin story,
yeah,
except the art is just I don't know who did the art, and I don't like talking shit about comic book artists because I genuinely think they have the single
hardest
most
job.
unappreciated or underappreciated job in
Besides
like
the
any sort of
editors.
art space. It's insane. It's insane. So I don't know if it was a coloring thing, not that I'm trying to, you know, shit on colorists either, but the art in that book is genuinely like ugly.
Hmm.
It's not good to look. I mean, here's a page for you. It's just
I
not a
mean,
very
it
good
looks
looking
like a
book.
not Michael Lark. Remember Michael Lark?
Yeah, yeah, okay, all right, sure.
Because he, I
Like
want honestly to look a lot
Brubaker
like
Daredevil.
Gotham Central because he's got a
It's
lot on
just
there.
like I mean, I think realistically what it is going from like Scott Collins, this bright poppy,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
like
I
action
do love,
filled,
and Howard Porter as well. I
beautiful.
love.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. So this art is sandwiched in between. Collins starts and then Howard Potter finishes the Howard Porter finishes the run, and then like it's just this weird
Howard
middle
Porter.
set of issues. Howard Potter, I know, I thought the same shit. And it's just such a fucking like lead weight in the middle of a run. Like
Well, I don't think that's
it's
in the
Rick
first omnibus
Grayson.
though.
It's Rick Grayson, but for like 8 issues
But you know
instead
what
of
I'm also excited
30.
to dig into in the Jeff Johns run, and this is again I've heard this. But he's not. Is he not the one that people say did the best rogues?
People do say that, yeah.
I love. I want to love. I'd say I love Captain Cold.
I,
I want to actually know shit about that guy to love him. You know what I mean?
I
Because
don't
I
know.
do think he's
Oh, you will
cool.
get that. You will get that one issue. Yeah, that one origin issue. Although I thought that was like right before Blitz.
Maybe Blitz isn't in the
Um,
first omnibus.
no, but
So
you've read. Oh, so you literally Okay, so there's like issues either side of Blitz in the
Yes,
first bit in between. I think that's where that Captain Cold issue is, where he's like, Dad sucks and all of
it's
that.
pretty cool.
I think I've said this before. I don't love the Rogues that much. Probably not as
Really,
much as like maybe JD does. I think
I
I've
feel
said I
like
think I'm
I
on the
do, and I
record
don't
that
even.
I don't love them that much. I
I
think
because
once you read the Rogues, you realize that the Rogues are like brilliant concept, barely characters. Like Captain Cold is a character, and then the rest are background fodder, kind of nothing.
yeah, no, I yeah, because I feel like there's
Weirdly, like
something
Weather
very
Wizard is like the one that gets the second most to do. Maybe the Trickster,
trickster or
like
Pied
young
Piper.
Trickster Junior. Oh, Pied Piper's different though because he's like
I know.
anti-hero now. Actually, he's probably the
Um,
best one.
but I feel like I don't know what it is. I really every time the rogues show up in something, you get this sense of like it's weird because like Superman's villains are all really bad guys who do bad things because they're bad people, and Batman's villains are like literally rejects from the depths of hell a lot of the time,
Mm.
right? And the Flash's villains, besides the one who's also a fucking demon, um, they're just in it for the love of the game as far as
Yeah,
stealing
and they
goes.
have their code and
And they
everything.
don't, yeah,
Yeah,
but they don't actually want to like harm people. And I think that that's interesting because they are villains in the sense that they're breaking the law, but they never
yeah,
have like world conquering, world murdering plans or whatever,
yeah,
which is I think kind of fun. Seems fun at
yeah.
least, and
I
there's like a
like.
camaraderie between them that most
I think
supervillains don't have.
I swear I've said on this show like years ago that
I'm
like
reading this
my
off of
reaction
ChatGPT, by the way.
to fuck's sake, God, my reaction to the Rogues. I think it was like right at, like towards the end of that Williamson run too. It was like if the Rogues show up, my reaction is like, okay, it's the Rogues. Like I
Mm.
felt like we told every story with the Rogues that we could. Now, granted, I love to death Eobard Thorne and Hunter Zolomon, and there's a good
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like argument there that they've told every fucking story that they, especially Hunter Zolomon. That's a character that realistically there's a story to tell, a beginning and an end, and after that
And
you
Jeff
should just
Johns did it.
retire the
Yeah.
character. And Jeff Johns did. Oh yeah, dude, I think Hunter Zolomon is a
Do you think the
fantastic
rogues
character.
are? It's interesting. I guess I didn't even think about this. That like, well, they're different rogues, right? Between Wally and Barry. Besides
Yeah,
Snart, right?
yeah.
He's the
Well,
same. He
is his
stakes. He
sister
sticks
there? Is
around.
Golden Glider there? I think Golden
I
Glider's
don't know.
there. A good
But
question.
do you
Weather Wizards.
think?
Well, it's generations too, because there's like
Yeah,
three Weather Wizards. There's two
but that's what I'm saying.
tricksters.
Like between Wally and Barry, they would have different rogues other than um Captain Cold, right?
Yeah. God,
So
his Captain Cold's fit is fire. He
yeah, yeah,
really
yeah. I
is.
love the sun blindness or the
Yeah,
the
that
snow
looks it
blind.
goes
Yeah.
hard as
Um,
fuck.
but um, but do you think Barry's relationship with the Rogues or Wally is it any different from each other, or is it just like it's the Flash and the Rogues?
No, I really think it's exactly the same. Like I
Okay.
think they really tried to do the Barry was like friends with the Rogues and Wally kind of like he doesn't get along with them like Barry sort of did, but
Hmm.
it's written in my mind exactly the same.
Interesting.
Like
Oh,
every
by
time
the
the
way, the
Rogues shows up,
reason
it's not
yeah,
Wally being like the Rogues. Oh no, I've got to fight the Rogues. It's like God, fucking here they are. Like
I was gonna say, by the way, getting back to the what we were talking about,
yes.
he had to go away from his phone for 2 hours because he said something, and I just wrote, "You sound very emotional."
Oh no, that wasn't the thing. No, the thing that
That was so
annoyed
funny to me.
the reason I left my phone was because Tyler brought up like you brought up like you brought up
I
70s or
said
classic.
what I said was that I feel like we have very different opinions on things, which is why I'll take your opinion, but I'm not gonna follow it really ever.
Mm,
Um, but because I said that I think I would love Silver Age Flash.
yeah.
And because I love, the Fantastic Four and all those Marvel comics, and I know that the
Mm,
Flash inspired those. And you said that you wouldn't care. You're like, I've read them and I don't really care for them. They felt a lot of the
yeah.
same way as the Strange Adventures, Doctor Strange comics you read. And I said, I bet
Strange
if I
Tales
read those
stuff, yeah.
Strange Tales, I would love them though.
I don't know if you
Is my
would though. Like
but I
because
I
like
love all of that shit.
but that was the thing is I said like I don't think they're like nearly as that like they're not that good. They're not like you would read 70s Flash or something and be like this is redefining the comic
But
book
it's
genre.
you know what? To be pedantic, I'm talking about 50s Flash,
Are you
like
talking
when
like going
Barry
back like
started.
started? Yeah, I mean
Yes,
I've
I
read
feel like I would
maybe
love that
I've read
stuff.
some of those issues
I feel
and
like
they're
that would be right up
fine.
my alley. I feel like genuinely that's I don't know, man. All the just because like I was reading when I read Flash Rebirth a couple of months ago for no reason. In the
2009 or
yeah
2016?
2009.
Ugh, ugh.
In the foreword, it might have been Grant Morrison talking about Barry Allen, and Grant Morrison says, "If not for Barry Allen, we'd still be reading comics about cowboys." And
Yeah,
I
but
think
we
that's
again, this is part of the conversation, man.
maybe
Is
not true, but I
yeah.
like the idea that because Barry did introduce real science fiction into
Mm.
comic books, at least superhero
Dude,
comic books.
Flash of Two Worlds is like legit
One of
a
the greatest
really
comic
cool
books ever
story.
made.
It's really
Yeah,
good, and it's actually like a comic that's got it's quite restrained for the time. It's actually not. It's less
they don't fight
overwritten
for
than
a
like
bit,
an
then they're mates.
yeah, but
That
like
was
it's
a
also
Marvel thing.
less
Yeah,
it's less overwritten than like a Claremont issue from the 80s. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like it's
Everything
actually there's
is.
surprising restraint. But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of surprising to read it. But I just mean like on the whole, there are some older comic books that like completely stand up to the test of time and there's a reason for them. I just personally don't believe that every single old comic book that has a
Yes. Well, yeah.
classic sort of like, oh, it introduced this or whatever, I don't think that immediately makes it good. Strange Tales is a series that I have read up until I read the first like 30 stories. Now, some of those were half like the
Mhm.
Human Torch or half Nick Fury or whatever the fuck. But like,
The Nick Fury ones are
um,
sick though.
they are kind of cool. I did read some of those. They're actually
Yeah.
kind of cool. But like it's good and like all the ideas there that you see, you're like, oh shit, this is the beginning of it all. But as stories, they are thinly veiled nothing. They
What was
are
the one about the
incredible art
monster
pieces.
house? The
I
house
love
that
I do love the
that
alien
eats
house.
what is it? The
It's a
alien house?
it's a big monster house that ends up being an alien from
An
outer
alien. I
space.
like
I
that a
did
lot.
love I fuck actually
But because
maybe you're right.
I feel like a lot of those old I mean DC in the 50s, I don't even really know. I haven't read a lot of DC in the 50s, but Marvel, when Marvel started popping off, a lot of those are timeless and still good to this day, like Spider-Man or Fantastic Four. And then you have something like the Avengers. And I feel like I love those classic Avengers stories. And
Mm.
I also do think that they are terrible.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And I feel like for me, even if I think that the Flash comics are terrible, I think I'll probably still love them because I just
Oh,
love
but
the
in that
energy and the
sense,
sense of it. You know what I mean?
but that was and
I
like
could
the
like I feel
whole
like I could read a whole issue of that and it could be the dumbest fucking thing ever, but then I would think
yeah.
about
Oh
it and
no,
I'd
I
be like,
definitely
that
get
was
that.
fucking sick as hell.
I had a fantastic time reading Strange Tales in that sense.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
did,
But
and
that's
like
part of
I
that's a lot of the enjoyment of any
but
comic book for me.
Here's the thing. Whenever we talk about this stuff, especially on this fucking podcast, we talk about it like this, where it's like, oh, I see what you're saying, blah, blah.
Well,
When we're in the chat, I'll go like, I don't know, I think 70s Flash has aged poorly. And you'll go, you're an idiot. And I'm like, you haven't read it. And you'll go,
I never
fuck
called you
you.
an
And I'll
idiot.
be
I
like,
called you insane.
insane. You're in pain.
Get over it, man.
Tell by
Grow
what
up.
you say.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
then,
I feel like a lot of those books, oh man, I really do. I just like that era. That era of like where they really had the spark of creativity and they were fucking running with it, you know? Pun intended, I guess.
yeah, see,
That was
my
something. It seems like it was something at least.
I agree with you, and I feel like it's a mountain peak. I feel like there was the idea of creativity, and it went up and up and up, and it's peaked somewhere in the 80s and early 90s. I really think like it peaked in terms of creativity versus
Yeah.
actual
Yeah,
good
yeah, yeah.
storytelling.
Big time.
And we talked about this literally in the group chat yesterday. Like stories, or like at least some characters, it's like they don't know what to do with them, or they're kind of restrained in how balls to the wall they want to go. Like we talked about Doctor Strange. I love like a lot of the reinvention of that character post Secret Wars, but he is so much more grounded than he was in the 90s, in the 80s, in the
Yeah.
70s. But
Yeah,
like
you don't see
you
him
know,
hanging out with Adam Warlock
Doctor
much
Strange in the
anymore.
70s is incredibly overwritten at times, but I love a lot of that run.
Mm-hmm. Is that Roy
It's
Thomas?
it is Roy Thomas. No, it's Roy Thomas at the end. It's Roger Stern as well, the
Oh,
goat. We love Roger Stern. I
we
love
do love
Roger
Roger
Stern.
Stern here.
Roger Stern wrote an issue that I was reading right before we started recording that Tyler doesn't know about, and I didn't know about until like 2 days ago.
Amazing Spider-Man 232.
No, Amazing Fantasy 14. He actually wrote that.
Amazing Fantasy 14.
Is that what it's
Wow.
called? Is that's for Spider-Man, right?
15. Okay, I was like, wow, you read the issue before Spider-Man debuted. That's random.
Yeah, I was like, I thought this had Spider-Man.
Is
in
it
What the
the
fuck?
mummy one? Is it the one where the guy goes into the mummy tomb and he wakes up like 1,000 years later or whatever?
I'm gonna Google this, and if you're right, then amazing.
It's not
fantasy.
on. You can't find the full issue. You can only find the Spider-Man story in it. But it was a full comic book, man. Amazing adult fantasy, and one issue, one story in it was.
I don't know, man.
That's 14. Yeah, 15 is the yeah.
15 is Spider-Man.
15 is Spider-Man. You read 15? You read Amazing Fantasy 15?
No, I read Amazing Fantasy 14. I was so confused. Where is he?
You read the debut of Spider-Man.
No, it was a joke. It was a lie.
Oh,
I was lying to you.
Damn, I fell for it. Anyway, Roger Stern, GOAT, definitely GOAT.
Yeah, love Roger. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But anyway, welcome to a hero story. We got news, and then we've got some.
Oh, there's one bit of news I really want to talk about
from the audience because we have a topic that I'm going to bring up later.
Oh, great! Love to hear it. Hold on, let me
It's
get
a fun
this.
topic. It's a good topic.
What are they called? Oh, so one of the I don't know if you've read this, but a great bit of news came out today. That let's just say they're a big Hollywood actor is going to write and star in Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie. And I want to know who you think it is. A big Hollywood actor that is going to write and star in Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
My first thought was Chris Hemsworth.
Not Chris Hemsworth.
Big Hollywood star. Big Hollywood star.
They draw money.
Oh, it's not The Rock, is it?
It's not The Rock.
Oh, thank God. Is it Cena? No, he doesn't draw money.
Cena's doing Matchbox. Different Mattel movie.
Brings in money. Oh, it's
Brings
not
in money.
Pratt, is it?
It's not Chris Pratt. Wow, you're really not.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, who is it? Just tell me.
Vin Diesel.
Oh.
Going to
Does he draw money? Is he a money? I guess he is. They haven't made a Fast and Furious movie in 10 years.
That's true. Dude. But what do you think of that? You gonna see that? You gonna see the Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie?
No.
You're not gonna see the Rock'em Sock'em Robots movie.
Why would I care?
I don't know if I believe you, man. You're always talking about Rock'em Sock'em Robots to us.
I find that's a really good point.
I like the red one. I like the blue one, and they punch. That's what you say.
But I like Real Steel. You know how I feel about Real Steel. It's
one of my favorite
movies. Real Steel. Is that Sean Levy? There you go.
I think so. Yeah. That's literally the
Three Guys Own.
Yeah. That's the only bit of news I have.
Was he really?
Vin Diesel is writing and starring in Rock'em Sock'em Robots, the movie.
Well, that's the episode.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you next week.
That was pretty good. I'll see you guys next week.
That's all I got.
Fuck, how good would that be to just end it there and then upload that and then upload the second part the next day?
That would be good.
It's actually kind of it. Anyway. All right, we can move straight on to topic or comics. What one would you like to do, Tyler Torres?
Let me just make sure there was no more news. I haven't read anything. And I bought them. And I was going to tell you this, that it's gotten so bad for me as far as me reading the comics that I buy week to week that last week I bought, because it came out, obviously, I bought DC KO issue 3. And I like read up to this part and I didn't finish the issue.
Whoa.
I've read like 2/3 of the issue and I just didn't finish it.
Damn. What's happened to you?
I don't know. It's just all the like books I'm buying and shit. You know what I mean?
You're buying more than you read. You're Hunter, dude.
Well, the thing is, I am reading everything I am buying. It's just a lot to get through, and I keep adding more. So
that's the thing. I mean, you are keeping up with a lot more weekly books than I am.
Most people,
I just
read
backlog of shit.
Yeah, and I got a fucking. Oh my god, this is my stack right now. This is my stack of haven't read. It's pretty thick.
I was reading Strange Tales this week.
Strange Tales. What do you mean?
The second series from 1987.
Whoa!
Oh no! Wow!
Wait,
dude, I thought you died for a second there. That was crazy.
No, I didn't die.
Yeah, there's a second Strange Tales run. When the when the 1974 Doctor Strange
Wendy.
run ended. That can't be right. How many years is that? That's like 10 years.
74. It doesn't it
I
does
don't know.
not start in 74?
12. Yeah, it starts in 74. It can't have ended in 87. That can't be right.
What, it's a 13-year long
Strange
run. Well,
Tales.
did they not go to
No, it was
wait,
87. Never mind.
did Strange Tales run alongside Doctor Strange, or are you talking about the Doctor Strange book?
So, the Doctor Strange book ended, the 1974 one ended, and they
Mhm.
continued the story in Strange Tales 1987 for about a year
Okay.
or two. And then Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme picked up,
Yes.
and that became the new ongoing. So I was reading issues from that. I was reading. Oh, so if we're getting into comics now, we'll do comics and then the question stuff at the end. I
Yeah.
saw on Comic Geeks, I was like, oh, fuck, the new Doctor Strange series from Derek Landy starts this week. I was like,
Did it?
shit, I got to finish Doctor Strange of Asgard because I was like 4 issues behind on that. No, 3 issues behind. It was only 5 issues long. I was like, I got to catch up so that I can read the newest issue. And so I finished Doctor Strange of Asgard, ended up really enjoying it more than I did when it started. When it first started, I was like, all right, come on, let's fucking get into this. But as the story picked up momentum, I was like, you know what? This is pretty good. As a little one-off 5 issue thing. By the end of it, I was like, you know what? This actually does make sense in the wider Marvel
More,
mythos. Because
does it?
initially it was like,
Okay.
why is he fucking off to Asgard?
But the
And then
new
by
book
the end,
is
he's
the same thing, though, no?
we'll get to that.
Okay.
So like the book, basically ends with Strange being like, yeah, look, I came here with an ulterior motive. I wanted to come here for Asgardian magic so I could go back to Earth and kick Doctor Doom's ass because he took my title. And I'm like,
Oh, I
okay,
see.
it makes sense in the mythos. I'm like, oh, he's got a bigger mission going on to get back. It's very comic booky. I buy that. That's fine. And then at the end of Doctor Strange of Asgard, he becomes Sorcerer Supreme there and is like, all right, I'm going to go back to Earth and I'm gonna kick Doom's tin-plated ass, is what he says. And then he finds out that Asgard is cut off from Midgard and he can't go back because Loki has killed Thor. And all the nine realms are cut off.
Oh, is this because of Al Ewing's book?
Yep,
Oh,
because of
interesting.
Immortal Thor 25. So, because, oh, fuck, man. I don't know. Do you know anything about Doctor Strange of Asgard? Do you know how it starts?
I mean, I think I read it, the first issue. I think.
Okay, end of the first issue, Hulda, which is this big Asgardian warrior
Murder
lady,
mystery,
is
correct?
murder mystery. So
Murder
Loki
mystery.
stabs her in the back and kills her. And Loki's like, hey man, I didn't do that. And Doctor Strange is like, dude, I literally saw you fucking do it.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I
And you're
saw you
Loki.
stab her.
You
Yeah,
want me to
and you're
believe you?
literally, and the entire book is him being like, okay, so someone did it who can like cast illusions and manipulate people and like mess with memory. It probably is just Loki, but I'm still gonna investigate it, whatever. And so he goes through the whole thing, and it's not Loki, and he's like, okay, I did well. I cleared Loki's name. I didn't
Mhm.
tell Thor, so he didn't want to fracture, Thor and Loki's very, on thin ice relationship. And he's
Yeah.
like, okay, I did well. And then he finds out right at the end that Loki has killed Thor, and he's just like, why did I fucking put in
Loki.
any of this effort, dude?
Who did
Yeah,
it?
come on, man. So he's stuck on Asgard. And I got to the end of that issue, and it was like, for the rest of like, for continuing Doctor Strange's stories, Doctor Strange 450. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like an anniversary issue. That's cool. The next issue of Doctor Strange, I assume Derek Landy's run would be Doctor Strange issue 1, but it would also be Doctor Strange 450 in kind of a celebration run, right? Makes
Yeah.
sense,
Okay, yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, but it isn't, is it?
It's not. No, Doctor Strange 450 was a single issue that came out with no fanfare like 3 months ago, and I didn't know about it. And like even
Wow.
even when I'm not reading comics, like I've been on a blitz recently, but if I go a couple months where I'm like reading like the weekly issues but not reading backlog stuff, I generally know what is coming out of like at least the characters that I love. I'm
Yeah.
plugged into it. I look at the thing every week and go, oh, okay, fucking this is coming out, this is whatever, whatever. Completely missed it. Had no idea that it
And
happened.
but this was after Strange of Asgard, right? Like this was
Yeah, so
Strange of
Doctor
Asgard ended
Strange
that long ago?
straight yeah, man. Yeah, I
Oh
know. I
my
didn't think that
god.
either. Um
Wow. It's
so Doctor Strange
December?
Yeah, man.
Oh my God.
It's almost 22. We're almost in the year of Avengers
Avengers
Doomsday,
Doomsday.
man.
Fuck
Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, that spun me the fuck out, man. There was just this
That's crazy.
random anniversary Doctor Strange issue, and that was the issue that I was reading right before we started
So
recording
so
because it
the new
had
number one is what, 451 legacy wise?
451 legacy number, yeah.
Who was the killer?
Read the book. It doesn't really matter.
Okay, it's just a guy in the book. It's a guy from the book.
It's the guy from the book. It's the guy from the book that is very obviously like kind of a weird incel, and you're like, oh, he seems like he could be a kid. And then he is, and I was just like, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, he's not a warrior. He's more of like he's trying to be a magician,
He's a
but
gamer.
like, literally that's what he's like. Yeah.
Did you see that in some oh my God, maybe like what do they fucking call it? A convention somewhere. They showed like Avengers Doomsday stuff, and they showed like the teams.
Yeah.
So Fantastic Four, obviously, and then they showed Sam Wilson's Avengers, and Loki was on that team.
Oh, I didn't see that. What?
So they split them into the groups, right? Of showing the cast. They show the Fantastic Four, obviously.
I saw the picture and I didn't
show
even
the Thunderbolts
pick up on that.
They show Sam Wilson, Thor, I almost said Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, Shang-Chi, the Falcon, and Loki is there. So not that I don't know if Loki's joining the Avengers, but he's apparently going to be teamed up with them
in that area. That's great. Yeah,
Where's
you're right.
Sam, where are the women? You don't have anyone's number? You know what it is? Because he kept requesting that love story with Black Widow.
Loki's fluid, right? Like could you get away there? Like
that's true. He kept requesting that love story with Black Widow. They're like, we got to keep every female character away from him.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. That Paul Rudd headshot is so funny.
No, look at the Anthony Mackie one.
Doing that fucking face.
He can't help himself. But there was a bigger picture as well that I sent that shows the cast in some sort of order. I wonder if it's billing order. Because
I kind of agree with you. Like the idea that like Pedro, Vanessa, Chris, Paul Rudd, like that makes sense to me that they would be, and like Florence Pugh in the top line and everything. That does make sense to me.
But the top three main characters of Avengers Doomsday, besides Doctor Doom, obviously being Reed Richards, Sue Storm, and Thor. That's cool.
I fucks with that. Yeah,
that is cool. It should be at least Reed or Sue as the main character, especially if Franklin is the whole MacGuffin. You know,
this is also like the cast that we know about. There might be a Nomad in there.
Do you think
there might be a Black Knight?
Yeah,
there might be an Icarus.
Do you think that, because I don't know if I really do feel that there will be like, I don't know if Tom Holland's in this movie. I actually really feel like he might not be. I feel the same with Cumberbatch. Even though Cumberbatch I think said he will be in this movie.
That suck.
But I think he said specifically he is in this movie as well.
He fucking better be, dude. He needs to be.
And because I just look at that lineup of characters, and when you kind of see them like that, I do feel a lot of heavy hitters missing. Obviously, Spider-Man being the biggest heavy hitter, but then you got to bring up, Deadpool, Wolverine.
None of these
characters. We talked about the Guardians. Some, I guess at least Star-Lord, right? But we talked about this. Like, I feel like they might split casts between movies.
I think they're doing the exact thing. Exactly.
So I think that the first movie, Doomsday, is going to be Sam Wilson and his new Avengers, the Thunderbolts, all the 616 characters that we have to actually tie threads with, right? And then Secret Wars, the Fantastic Four would come over to Secret Wars. They'd be in.
There'll be plenty of crossover. Like I fully expect that Thor would
Thor, Loki, the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
I think they'll cross over into the next
Ant-Man probably will be too.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. I mean, I even think Sam Wilson and whatnot will be in Secret Wars. I'm sure, obviously.
Yeah,
but that the main cast of Secret Wars would be like Tom Holland and Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman and that would be like and yeah, but oh my fucking god, just imagine those guys, like, you know
I
what I
know,
mean?
no, that's
And
yeah,
Pedro
Tobey
Pascal and
Maguire.
Vanessa Kirby and all of them against Robert Downey Jr.
No.
But I wonder if that's probably the way to go. I mean, obviously, there's all these rumors that say that friggin' fucking Tobey Maguire is in Doomsday. I don't know
I
if I
think he'll
believe
be in
that.
one of them, dude. I think
I
he's
think
gonna
he'll be
be
in one
him
of them.
and
I
Andrew.
don't know if I
Him
buy
and Andrew.
Doomsday.
I don't know.
I just do you think they'll do a second Chairs thing?
Ooh, maybe. Yeah,
Do
maybe. Why
you
not?
think that this
Okay.
teaser that's allegedly going to be attached to Avatar, which
Feel like I'm being
we still don't know,
interrogated.
do you think?
You
But
think?
that the teaser that's going to allegedly going to be a part of with Avatar, I actually don't know if I fully believe it.
Yeah.
I
Just
believe
a
when I hear
year
about
out,
it,
isn't it?
but I also think that if anything, they'd still post on YouTube first and then see it in theaters when you see Avatar.
Yeah.
Um, do you think that will show characters that are not announced?
No, fuck no. Why would
You don't
they?
think
No,
so?
surely not.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Because I just feel like you look at the line of characters they have in Doomsday, and minus Fantastic Four, Thor, Loki aside, it's kind of weak. I mean,
Mm.
like the old X-Men. I don't watch a lot
I.
of high top videos, but he made a video
Why would
recently
you? Why would you
about
watch any of those?
Doomsday, and he made a good point where he said that I watched it because I knew he agreed with me on this. So I was like, I'm gonna watch this video where I know I'll agree with him.
I did watch his Daredevil one years ago,
Yeah.
and I was just like, yeah, damn
But
right.
it was about Doomsday, and it
He's
says
such a
like
pussy about Spider-Man.
nobody is excited for the story. Nobody's excited to see where the MCU goes. All this movie has is hype. And when the hype is dead, will the movie actually be anything? And I
Yeah.
think that's the main thing, right?
Is that not superhero movies for like the
But
last
it's
5 years?
specifically Doomsday, right? Is
Oh yeah. Oh,
promising
it is. Yeah.
spectacle upon spectacle over like
Appealing for
because when
that.
we saw Infinity War, man, it was the idea of all these stories crossing over and culminating, and they're all connected by the Infinity Stones. And it's none of that's here. None of that is here. There's not a single thing except for the Fantastic Four, which was the last goddamn movie that's really going to lead into Doomsday at all.
But like, what if this movie
What if
is like
time,
all of?
space?
He could be. Do you think the Watcher will be in it?
Yeah, actually, sure. I think so.
I think he could be. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
cool. Just a big CGI Jeffrey Wright head.
Hell yeah.
Goes hard.
I like that.
Oh, you didn't talk about the Batman casting, but we can get to that later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but like, what if, even though some of these characters aren't heavy hitters, what if like, the interactions between the Thing and Sentry are just like made of magic, dude? Like, what if it like
No, I
it's
get
just
that.
fucking unreal?
I know, but I get that. But at some point, even because I think a pairing we saw, which I'm really excited to see, is the Thing and John Walker, right?
John Walker, dude.
Which I think is a lot of fun. That sounds like a really fun pairing. But at some point, you do have to go. The trio in that picture was the Thing, U.S. Agent, and the new Falcon. And at some point, you have to go. But Infinity War, we had Iron Man and Doctor Strange and Spider Man.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm
Like,
hearing you.
I feel like for me, I want the names. I don't really know that I like the characters. I like the actors portraying these characters, but I don't really know if I actually do care about seeing Shang-Chi meet Yelena. I want to see Spider-Man meet Wolverine.
You won't feel. I feel like I'll feel something in like a macro sense where I'll be like, oh wow, it's crazy they got these characters together. Like I
think so
do
too.
think I'll feel that.
I think I will feel that because they'll obviously mine whatever they can get from the characters, and it'll work. Like there will be chemistry upon chemistry.
You've also said this a lot, where once you are seated in the theater, you're just going to be like whisked away by whatever whatever it is. You might not like the movie, but you will allow yourself.
I think it's going to be when the Marvel logo hits.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and if it works, and listen, there's a universe, and it's probably literally 50-50 where this is a great fucking movie. And I really hope we're in there. Because if I walk out of that movie breathing a sigh of relief, if the Rotten Tomatoes comes out and it's above 80,
you will not. You walked out of Superman, a movie about your favorite character, a movie that is amazing, and you said you felt nothing, and you didn't connect with it, and you didn't like it, and whatever, and it was weird, and blah blah blah.
But I don't have that hype for this. I don't. Superman.
But
I've said
I'm
this a
pretty sure
lot.
when we talked about Superman, like it didn't matter if it was a hype movie or not. Were you hyped for Nosferatu because you saw that movie and didn't
Yeah,
like
kind
it
of.
because you were tired?
I was very tired
That was
though.
it.
You
And
don't
then you saw it again,
understand
you
how
went, actually,
tired I
that's
was.
amazing.
You don't
Well,
understand how tired dude, I told you this once, but I saw that movie, big theater in Lincoln Square or whatever. It's far from my house, or it's a bus ride from my house. And I'm walking to the bus stop and it's like really cold. It's like a year
oh,
ago. So it's freezing cold. And I realized I forgot my Betty Boop hat. I'm like, fuck, I love my Betty Boop hat. I need to go back and get it. I go back into the theater. I walk, 10 blocks back up to the theater. Because I get to the bus stop when I realize I don't have the hat. I run back to the theater.
ah.
I get the hat. I go back to the bus stop. I gotta piss. Central Park's right here. I try to jump a fence. I kind of like I scrape my leg, and it turns out I
Mhm.
cut my pants open and I cut my leg open.
Mm.
And so now I'm walking around with the pants cut open and I'm
But
bleeding.
Yeah, but did
And
you?
that was maybe that
I thought
influenced
you
how I
also saw a
remembered
guy.
Nosferatu.
I thought you also saw a guy in like a big jacket, like something, and you were like, "Is that Count Orlok?" Did you
That happened to
see
me when I
like?
saw Long Legs.
Oh,
I saw
oh!
Nicolas Cage's
You
character
thought you saw
literally
Nicolas
walk by me
Cage?
on this. This is not a joke. When I saw Long Legs, I walked out of the movie theater and thought that was, it wasn't as scary as I thought it could be. And I saw Long Legs walk past me in real life. And that's not
And
a
then,
joke. I saw the character from that movie walk past me in real life, and it
and you were
scared me.
like, man, that movie maybe actually was quite effective because I'm
Yeah,
having
exactly. I'm
delusions of
seeing
seeing the
things now.
character.
Yeah. I'm not kidding, man. I saw him. He was there. It was the most bizarre thing ever.
So anyway,
Um,
Doctor Strange 450.
Doctor Strange 450. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want? I think some of this will be interesting to you.
Okay. It's I'm
I'll
assuming it's a collection of mini stories,
I'll bring it up on my
right?
like 7-year-old iPad that
Ooh, nice
my
picture.
fiance gave me because she doesn't use it and it was in like a cupboard and I was like,
Yeah,
dude,
dude.
I will literally just use it for comic books and
That's
that's
exactly
it.
what I
And
use my that's the only
it's
thing I use
so
my iPad
good.
for. They're fucking
It's
oh my
unbel
god.
it's
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's
It
unbelievable.
changes everything.
It actually does. Like,
Yeah.
and you just sitting here like,
Yeah.
it's good stuff. Um, First story by JMS, right? It's this
I
one.
still don't know what they're from.
Very pretty art.
Who's the art?
Art by Lee Ferguson.
Okay.
Um, Story about Doctor Strange's cloak. It's got a big personality, right?
Who wrote that one?
JMS. J. Michael
JMS.
Straczynski.
He does love Doctor Strange.
He does. He's good.
You should read those Spider-Man crossover Doctor Strange issues in his Amazing Spider-Man. It's classic.
I don't know if I haven't. Maybe I
Oh,
have.
oh my god.
I don't know.
I
I don't
I
know.
don't know, man.
Anyway, I don't know. Look it up. I don't know. Look it up.
I don't know. Look it up.
The source is there though. I like the art. Looks good. It's
Yeah, it
good
does look good.
stuff.
Oh,
But the story is about like Strange going to the dude that created the cloak of levitation, and he's like, "Hey, you made the cloak. I need it repaired. It copped like a blast in a battle that I was in. Can you tell me what's going on with the personality though? Because it has steadily showed like more personality, and it's like protective and blah blah
yeah.
blah blah
Is my
blah.
cape alive? My
Is my
cloak.
cape
Sorry.
alive?" And so the dude basically talks about how like threads things from reality, and at one point, it, it was, I mean, it was his daughter, basically. It was his daughter threaded from like existence and whatever.
Okay.
She created a physical avatar for herself. Um,
And
she
that's the
wanted to
cloak of
help people.
levitation.
She wanted to help people, whatever, whatever. She got into a fight with Dormammu and got ripped to shreds, and he was able to like assist her in forming what was left of her like consciousness into the cloak of levitation. And he's the only one that can talk to her, but that like she is she's incredibly happy to be like this mystic artifact that can help people, and she loves protecting Strange and she loves going on all the adventures and stuff. And when I turned the page and it was like it was a person, it was a real person, I went, oh, okay, we'll see how we
Yeah.
go. By the end of it, I was like, you know what? I actually kind of fuck with like this idea. I don't mind this idea of it's kind of like that bit in Solo where you find out the Millennium Falcon was,
Yeah.
was that
His
robot
sex
lady.
bot or whatever. Yeah.
Except in that, she is like, I want to be a free robot, and then they turn her into a computer and she becomes a voiceless,
It's
nameless
tragic.
part of a machine. Whereas this seems like an opposite, like this was a character that I don't think was a real entity. It was energy that was threaded. It
Yeah.
it manifested itself as this purple alien being first, was destroyed, and then was threaded into becoming the Cloak of Levitation, which is
When would
like
that have happened, though?
uh eons ago by the sounds
Yeah,
of it.
I was thinking.
But there was what did he say? He said, "Oh, Strange goes, still, I'm sorry you were hurt." And the father dude goes, "She says, for I alone can hear her. Do not apologize. She is honored to be your constant companion, ever at your side." And she says, "After all, who among us does not have a hole in the place where we hurt in secret? I live in joy," she says, "for I know that neither of us shall ever be alone when the darkness comes. You are my protector, and I am yours, and I live in joy." And I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
but
all right.
like she kind of sucks because she goes with everyone. It's not just like she
So
worked for
that was
Doctor
the
Doom.
So that was the thing that I thought about as well. I was
Yeah,
just like, I don't think that is an issue with
she worked
this
for Doctor
story.
Doom.
I don't think this is an issue with this story. I think this
Yeah,
is an
no.
issue with like people writing
The
like
Sorcerer
the Cloak of
Supreme,
Levitation.
and they think it's
Yeah,
like Steven's just got to hand in all of his shit before he
yeah.
gets like gets
You
kicked
got
out
to
of
give
the.
the Eye
Yeah,
Agamotto
exactly.
the amulet. You got to give
No,
the
it's his
cloak
shit. That's
over.
his stuff. That's Doctor Strange's stuff.
But like all of those artifacts have shown clear like personal affection to him specifically
Yeah,
for it, like for a long time. I mean, the way they describe it in this story is kind of cool that like he goes, "Oh, when I first acquired the cloak, I thought it was an artifact and it showed kind of like small signs of life." And I was like, "Oh, that's a cool way of retconning, like, back
Mhm.
when it was Strange Tales or whatever, like, the cloak probably wasn't acting with personality, but it's gotten steadily more personable as time has gone on." But yeah, then it raises the question, like, how come then every time someone else becomes Sorcerer Supreme, it's like, here's the cloak.
Yeah, the
Why would
Cleo
it
one I get.
attach to Doctor Doom? He
The
literally says, like, oh, Dormammu, not Dormammu, like Baron Mordo brought up to him. He's like, the cloak chooses who it wants, basically. Like, and the reason,
so
like,
the cloak is
it,
like, I'm gonna take a weekend at Doctor Doom's. Next
I mean,
weekend
yeah,
I'm at Wanda's. Yeah, like
yeah, yeah. It's like that part like raised some serious questions. Like they're obliged the next time Doctor Strange has the cloak because we don't know where the cloak is. I mean, Doom lost the Sorcerer
well,
Supreme title at the end of One
Wanda's gonna
World.
have it a part of her suit. You
I
saw.
don't. Oh, is it part of her suit? Oh my
Yeah, yeah.
God,
That's
what?
like it's like part of her like
Either
bottom
way,
skirt.
now they're obliged when Doctor Strange gets the cloak back to have an explanation as to why that
Yes,
happened.
for the
He's
cloak.
going to have to go to the dad, and the dad's going to have to be like, "Oh, the mystic energies of the Sorcerer Supreme title made it that she
Yeah,
was bound to Doctor Doom, but she didn't want to be." They're
or
going
they
to have
never
the
mention it
cloak.
again.
They're going to have the cloak of levitation denounce the actions of Doctor
Of Doctor
Doom.
Doom. Yeah,
It's just so
I think
stupid.
they're never gonna mention it again.
No, I actually think you're
I,
correct. I
I
don't
think that
think
would
they
never be
will.
mentioned again. I don't think. Well, listen. Clearly, no one read this issue. You're the only person that's
Apparently not, because I
yeah, you're the
didn't
only
know
person
it.
that's ever heard of this in the first place. And
Yeah,
also, I don't know that you're not lying. So,
it's here. It's here. Look, there it is. Look, you want to
so
see
yeah,
her? There she is. There she is.
nice.
Yeah, she kind of looks like the cloak.
Oh,
There
the
we go.
colors. Okay, I see. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
you see that? You see that? You see that?
Wow.
Anyway, the art is hot. She gets eviscerated, dude. Look what Dormammu does to this.
Holy shit, Dormammu.
Yeah, he's not a cool guy. I don't know if you've picked up on that.
I think he's cool. I don't know if he's a nice guy.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Next story is a Ileana Doctor Strange one. Obviously it's nice.
Magic and Doctor Strange.
It's just him teaching her and her being like, he's a cool teacher and I like him. They
She,
fight some
I
good
think,
and
would be a
whatever.
cool Sorcerer Supreme. Not that I think they should do that. Also, like her whole magic, everything about her is fucking confusing.
She was Sorcerer Supreme in. Do you remember there
The
was
end?
yeah, so there was the end and then there was a one shot like it was magic something. I don't even remember what the issue was. Actually, you know
Is that the
what?
Greg Smallwood one?
No, not
Remember
that
that
one.
one?
No, that's the best defense one.
Defenders. That's
That's
the Defenders. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's the
Which
one
might be
where
in this Immortal Hulk omnibus.
That's the one that looks really pretty, but like nothing fucking happens in it. Okay, watch this. I'm gonna pull this up. Do you know what I'm using right now? I'm using my famous document to
Oh,
find what that issue is called.
okay.
Because it's on the document somewhere.
But
What
she
if
okay, she
Magic 2018 issue one?
there you
So
go. Okay.
that was a follow up to that Doctor Strange the End issue where Ileana is Sorcerer Supreme,
Yeah,
and I
she's
liked that shit a
cool.
lot. I thought she was great. Yeah.
Yeah, they her whole thing is really fucked up. Obviously, she's Colossus's little sister.
Did you
Um,
see
yeah,
the Ilia? Oh my god,
yeah.
bro!
Um, but it's like essentially this happens in X-Men, Claremont's X-Men, but
No,
she
no.
it's so fucked up, man. At some point they're fighting a guy that lives in a demon world called Limbo, and he just
Limbo, yeah.
yoinks her as a kid, like
Hmm.
6 or 7, and 5 seconds later she's back and she's like a traumatized like 12, 13 year old.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's like you really feel it in that Claremont issue. You're like, holy shit. Like
yeah.
she's fucked. Like that,
Mm.
like she is fucked up. And then that's when she joins the New Mutants, becomes magic and whatnot, and looks super cool, as most people I think know magic for
Yeah.
being,
So,
is looking
yeah,
very cool.
yeah.
But her whole backstory is really fucked up. And they obviously add more and more. There's a magic miniseries from the 80s that like really goes over it.
And
Yeah.
there was some recent Marvel Unlimited exclusive
Yeah.
story that was just like
Weird.
fucking weird. Like
Yeah, weird.
it was almost I was like fetishizing assault. It
Almost.
was
I don't think
weird.
it fully does actually.
No, it didn't. I don't
I
think
think
it
it's just
fully
a
did.
story that's supposed to be gross, but it's in bad taste.
I think it's the
I don't
one
think it's
piece
meant to
of
be offensive or anything like that.
I think it's the piece of art
Yeah,
that
the
really
art's
got
yeah.
and which was kind of fair. Anyway,
Yeah.
this story was just Doctor Strange and
She's cool.
Ileana doing some fun stuff. There was a fun part where he's
Dude,
covered in
everyone
goo, and she goes like, "You're covered in goo," and he does a spell to get rid of the goo, and then she like shakes the goo off of her like a dog, and
oh
he's
nice.
covered in it again, and he's just like, "You motherfucker!" And she goes, "Go on, just do another spell," and I was like, "That's fun."
You know everyone loves
Um,
Magic now because of Marvel Rivals. Like she's like extremely popular. She's one of the most
oh.
popular, not even a joke, one of the most popular Marvel characters right now.
That is good because you'd rather that than like the New Mutants movie.
Yeah. I mean, I think Anya Taylor Joy was immensely good casting, but
Yeah, and
we'll never
completely
get
like
that back.
nope. No. Well, I mean, we got Black Bolt in Doctor Strange
I
too, dude.
guess that's
So
true. Yeah.
anything
Or
could
do you think we'll get
happen.
Maisie Williams back as Wolfsbane?
No, no, I don't think they will.
No,
Sorry,
I don't think so. Yeah.
sorry. Tyler, I think you'll like this one. This is the Roger Stern story where it's a like a throwback
Oh my
Doctor
god.
Strange
I thought that
mystery
was the
issue.
question
Look,
for a second.
it's like 4 pages, but it's like Master of Black Magic Doctor Strange.
Nice.
And it's him just helping.
I literally
I don't
thought
know
that
if you
was the
know this
question.
character. Do you know the Black Fox?
Is it is he like a thief?
Man, you're asking questions that I have not got fucking answers to.
Maybe is the answer I got for you. Maybe
Black Fox.
the Black Fox. He sounds familiar.
Thought someone was at my door literally right. Oh, I'm an idiot, dude. Why did I think that Googling
Black
Black
Fox,
Fox?
Marvel.
Yeah, god damn.
I,
Um,
I,
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like he is a thief. Whatever.
okay. Yeah, I actually do
Anyway,
think I know this guy. He might have been in
he-
some. Oh yes, yes, yes. He is in like Todd McFarlane, David Michelinie, '90s Spider-Man, the peak Spider-Man. Yeah,
fuck yeah, that's
he's it.
awesome.
Yeah, he's in that.
Love.
He's an old man. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I
And they probably
you
dated him
said
at some point.
Michelini.
Yeah.
I say Michelini. I was watching Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and there's a in the Scott Lang episode they do like there's a cop there named after him to be like
Because
an
he
homage
invented
because he
Scott
created
Lang.
Scott Lang, which
Yeah.
is cool. Did he create Scott Lang in Iron Man?
Yes. Demon in a
Yeah,
Bottle.
hell yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it literally Demon
I
in a
mean,
Bottle?
in like the trade Demon in a Bottle, the story that they
Oh, in
collected.
those early.
But
Fuck
yeah,
God, that's a tough read.
it's like an
Um,
electrician that goes to
yes,
Avengers Mansion or something.
I've told you my favorite like niche Scott Lang fact about the second Michelini run, didn't I?
what is it? Is it that Cassie loves Uncle Tony, which is really weird?
Fuck. No, that's so cool. What's wrong with that? Why can't
It's
she
just the
love?
idea because Tony does not respect Scott Lang. Tony's
No,
using Scott
he
Lang. I
likes
think,
Scott Lang in
but I
that
think
run. What are you
he's
talking
like
about?
Scott is useful. I can use like I think that
Yeah, he no,
I
I
think
don't know.
until Scott really joins the Avengers and becomes like Ant-Man, I think that Tony's just like this is like this I can use this guy if I like need a guy in a pinch.
I don't know. I think in I th- I think in his Iron Man run, like he actually likes Scott a lot, and he's like, hey Scott, I need a hand with something, and Scott's like, really, you want a hand from me? And he's like, yeah, I think you're cool. This
I
is
don't know.
so strange.
I think Tony's a Hank Pym stan.
I don't think that's true at all. He hates that guy. What are you
He
talking about?
does hate that guy. He's like, I was the smart Avenger. I was
Yeah.
the smart Avenger.
I created Ultron, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Everyone thinks I did, so I did.
Yeah, well, everyone thinks it now. Oh yeah, so in that episode, they call him Michelini, and I was like, is it
Ugh.
Michelini?
Fuck that.
Have I
Fuck
been
that.
wrong all along?
I mean, I don't know. I say Michelini.
I say, yeah, Michelini. I kind of flip flop.
Isn't it crazy that guy we could talk about so much Iron Man he did, but he's forever known because he created fucking Venom.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, man. Yeah, no, he's like actually the goat. Like,
Yeah, he's one of the great
I
all-time
can't,
comic
dude.
book
I
writers.
can't. I literally googled this like 2 weeks ago to show my fiance. But there's an issue of Michelini's Iron Man where it's like Scott and Cassie Lang in their apartment, and on like the wall behind them, they have a poster for Star Wars: A New Hope and The Howling. And I was like, oh my
Wow,
God, dude, The Howling rep, unreal. I couldn't believe
that's
it.
pretty good.
But I cannot fucking find it now, which I swear to God, I Googled the exact same thing. Anyway. Yeah, so story with this dude. It's fine. He
Black
talks to
Fox.
his dead ghost girlfriend, and that's nice.
Nice.
And then there's this one, Christian Ward, writer and
Okay,
artist of this.
I like
Very,
Christian Ward.
very pretty issue.
Yeah,
Very, very pretty.
Christian Ward is very good.
And it's but like I mean, it's there's like this page and it looks
It's about the
beautiful, but
art.
it's just Doctor Strange talking about his origin story again, which we've seen a million times. Anyway. Um, but he basically just gives a nice speech about
It's
like
a good
how you
origin story.
no, it's a great origin story. I
It's
just
got a
feel
good
like
origin.
I read Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme 34 the other day because I didn't remember. I looked at the cover and there was Doctor Doom in like an all black outfit. And I was like, I don't remember this issue. And then I started it and I was like, oh, that's right. It's not Doctor Doom. That's why. But in that issue, there's just like 2 pages where Strange is just like, listen to me, Doctor Druid, as I tell you the story of Doctor Doom. And I was like, not the fucking origin story again. And then it was just like, yeah. He went to the hills of Tibet. He went to a different monastery than we
Yeah.
did, but also it was next door to our monastery. It was like, okay.
Yeah, you know how he and how Reed and Victor were rivals in college. Well, Victor and Doctor Strange were rivals in monk school.
Yeah, literally down there. It's
Yeah,
so funny. Like their origin story is basically the same. And if you read it and you didn't know like a heap of Marvel lore, you'd go, "Oh, that must be the same place that Strange was at." And it was like, no,
Yeah,
actually, it was a different place. Like
yeah,
literally the next mountain over.
yeah.
It's so
Exactly.
stupid.
I like that a lot.
And it's way worse too. Like the Ancient Ones, like monastery is like this lovely
It's
building,
sick. Yeah,
but Doom gets one that's like in a cave.
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, it's just like a nice final speech about like
How Doctor Strange is a
like
cool character.
about scars and how like they don't define you, and if you like you will heal from such events and blah blah blah. And it's good stuff. He just talks like this little cosmic astral plane kid about like his woes. Like if I read it on the podcast, you'd feel nothing. If you read the actual
The
story
issue,
yourself,
yeah, with
you'd
the
be
art and
like,
stuff.
oh, I
Yeah.
feel something. Yeah, it's cool.
Um,
So
that's
oh,
cool.
and then the last story is the Derek Landy story that's like setting up his new Strange run. Um, the art is by Ivan Forelli. Forelli.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I think I know that guy.
I love it sometimes, and then sometimes I don't know.
Interesting.
So I like sometimes I really do love it, and then other times I'm like, that looks like the tie-in comics for like the DC animated universe.
His hair's a
Um,
bit modern.
he's very modern, very clean cut, very yeah.
Um, do you
Story is
like?
story is fine. There's a
Mhm.
little troll dude growing out of this dude's shoulder,
Nomos.
and Strange
Oh,
is like, I'm gonna chop it out of you. And the little troll thing's just like, what do you? No, don't do that. And he's like, I'm
damn.
gonna do it. And then he jumps out of him, and then he's like, what even are you? And Strange goes, your little passenger is a psychic manifestation of your own need for company. And it just turns out that this dude manifested this little troll goblin thing to
Damn.
have a friend. Look,
Nice. I like that.
that's cute. And then he's just
Wow.
like,
Little
he
troll.
calls him he calls him Trugly the ugly troll. And the troll's like, hey.
That's not
And
nice.
at the end, he's like, is my name really Trugly? It doesn't have to be. It could be Frugly or Grugly. And then he's like, Trugly is fine. Come on, Trugly, let's go home. And they're like walking off together. I was like, okay, that's cute.
All right.
The fit, dude, the fit, gotta give him the fit. The
That's
fit
pretty
is
cool.
fitting. That's sick as fuck.
That's cool.
Um,
Not the cloak of levitation though.
It's not. And then yeah,
Cloak.
that led straight into Doctor Strange issue one, which I think was, like when we read, like we are talking about Chip's Captain America, and it was like this feels like a premiere comic book.
Mhm.
This issue, like you look at the cover and you're like premiere comic book. And I think when you read the issue, like, okay, he looks fire. That looks great.
That's cool. Yeah.
But I think you read the issue and you go, oh, this is like a disposable kind of. It's all
This is
right.
what I said. I don't think that we need a Doctor Strange ongoing. I really don't. I like Doctor
It's
Strange. I don't think he needs a book a
I
month forever.
No, and I think this Asgard idea is cool for like, I think you can get max like 12 issues out of it before you need to like just get him
And
out of
what, they
there.
got four out?
Well, this is the sixth issue of him on Asgard, but this is allegedly an ongoing. Now, I swear to fuck, the last series was supposed to be, and then it apparently became a mini series. I
Mhm.
could be wrong. We could
That's
go
happened
back
all
to
the
the
time with
solicit.
Doctor Strange, though.
It happens all the time with
Surgeon
characters in general, where
Supreme.
it's Surgeon Supreme. That one's more obvious, though. At least
Yeah.
Doctor Strange of Asgard clearly tells its story and finishes, and then it's done. Surgeon Supreme feels like it gets cut off halfway through, and you're
Yeah.
like,
That's
oh,
good
okay,
too.
that's it.
When did they break
Well,
his hands again?
yeah, because yeah, no, you're right because yeah, he's all fixed up and he's fine there. I don't know that they was a story where they get broken.
Damn.
Does he break? No, he heals them in. That's crazy. He heals them in the end of Mark Wade's run with magic.
Yeah, but is there
And
not a
and
part in McKay's book where he's punching the Latveria thing?
oh, that's true.
Does
He's
he
punching the
break and
dome.
destroy
Yeah.
his hands that
Does
way?
he? Yeah.
What a
Is that the
moron.
moment? Maybe he does. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Are his
How
hands
many
even
times
broken?
have you read that McKay run? Because you were talking about it this week. Did you read it again?
No. Just thinking about it.
Oh, you're just thinking about it. Okay. I
I'm just
thought I
thinking about
did
it.
say because I swear with all of Jed McKay's Doctor Strange, every now and then it gets brought up like you have just read it. And I'm like, how many times have you
No.
started it and then not finished it and then finished it like fully?
I think it was a good book.
That is no, I really think it's great. I think that omnibus you were talking about that collected Death of Doctor Strange,
Yep.
the Clear run, and then the three.
Yep.
I think that's an immense.
I'm gonna have to
collection.
get that. Yeah.
No, that's so good. The omnibus that you should get that you I don't think will be able to is that Doctor Doom Books of Doom one. It's like
No, I don't.
1,200
I've
pages
seen that.
long.
I don't want that though. I don't.
It's literally every Doctor Strange story. Doctor
Doctor
Doom story.
Yeah.
That'd be crazy. It was every Doctor Strange
Yeah,
story.
I'm like,
Wow,
that doesn't really add up.
wow.
But I don't know. I feel like I I don't really want. This is like a weird. You don't have to. You don't have to
I
respect
think this
this.
is justification for the
Um,
fact that you can't buy it.
sure, but you don't have to respect this. But I don't
Okay.
really care for a collection, whether it be trade or Omni or whatever, that like jumps around at different eras in time. I want one story. I don't like
Oh,
the.
dude, that's
I don't
most.
like them.
Dude, most collections are gonna have issues like 40 through 65, and then like three annuals, and then a Marvel one shot,
No,
and
no,
then
no,
a
no. I
what
don't mean
if, and
that.
then a
I mean
whatever.
like if it's like there was a trade I had that was Spider-Man: The Birth of Venom, and it's Secret Wars #8, Amazing Spider-Man 252, Amazing
Mm.
Spider-Man 300, 301, like that, where it's like
Yeah,
it's
but
tracking a thing
it's
in time. I don't need that.
but if the Doctor Doom one is literally like, oh,
But
what if it was every Doctor Doom
yeah, but I
story
like all
then?
the in between stuff. I know that's all the Doctor Doom stories, sure, but like I like it's Fantastic Four comics, really. You know, I don't know. Either
I
way,
think this is huge cope.
maybe.
I think it's got to be cope.
Maybe.
Did you? Oh, I found it. I'm the dude. I am the like. Put some respect on my name, dude. Look at that Howling poster.
That's
Fuck
pretty
yeah,
good.
dude.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, they got Return of the Jedi. Sorry, that was the day where you could just put that in the back and not get sued. That's so
Yeah.
good.
Nice.
Yeah. Thanks,
Well,
man.
now Disney owns them both. Disney owns everything there. So
Does Disney own the
this is like
Howling?
20th century.
I don't
I
know.
feel like it said 20th century.
Oh, it does say 20th.
Yeah.
Fuck, you are so right.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. She's wearing a Stark Enterprises t-shirt, bro. Get your kids some clothes, Scott. What are you doing?
Nice.
Great panel from that issue, by the way. Anyway, uh, that's like. Do you remember the LaRocca one where he traced the meme?
Yeah. The guy having a heart attack. Yeah. That's a classic.
That is a classic for anyone that hasn't seen that. It's so funny.
It's something. When anyone hasn't read that run and come across it randomly and gone, what?
It's that. It's that.
Yeah,
and like it does make sense. It's the bleeding edge one. It's like full
skin
nanotech.
tight. Yeah, it's not even skin tight. It's his skin.
It's literally.
Come on, man.
Come on, brother. What are we doing?
Yeah.
That is really good stuff.
Dude, quick bit of news. I'll reference it right now just to get it out.
FNAF too.
Wow. Look at that guy.
This is genuinely why he's not on the podcast. No joke. He's going to see FNAF 2.
Is that the real picture he sent?
No, that's legit. He said he was going to dress up in a suit for it, remember?
Let me see this. Nice. I don't know why it's not
I'm
working.
going to say something encouraging to him.
Yeah.
About him enjoying his time there. There we go.
Nice.
Cool.
But real quick, Scarlett Johansson might be in the Batman Part 2. I think she might play Andrea Beaumont. I think it's fine. I think she's a good actress. I don't really care. I don't like that Zoe Kravitz is not in this movie. I know people are like, well, but the whole point was that she went away in the last movie, so she would come back. Fuck, I don't give a fuck, man, if she went away in the last movie. Did you see her in the last movie?
Yeah,
Let's get her back.
Look, I think we called it, or at least I called it. I was fairly certain that
she wouldn't be in it. Yeah, I know. But like, they're not gonna make like a Catwoman show or something. So unless they do, but that's in like 5 years.
Oh wow, dude. Okay, so I posted a story. Actually, no, sorry. Anyway, ScarJo. I think she's a fine actor, but I really think she's an eyesore in movies. When you see her, you just go, "Oh, it's ScarJo," and I think she'll be distracting in the Batman. I would just be like,
I disagree. I think she could work.
Yeah, but
depending on who she plays.
Obviously, that's because you look at her boobs and you're captivated by them, and that's why.
Calling it like it is.
Sean sent this and said it was a funny photo, and he's right.
Wow, The Rock and Michael. Oh my god, The Rock and Michael Caine.
The Rock.
Vin Diesel. That's the Rock'em Sock'em Robots cast.
Help me, Master. Yeah.
That's the Rock'em Sock'em Robots cast. That's red and blue right there.
Sean actually responded to the.
All right, so what's the topic?
Story.
Let's get to the topic.
Well, he said, "Are y'all still recording? I'm not doing much, and this is a topic that I think about often and have never been able to come up with a truly good answer."
Interesting. Okay.
The topic is, listeners of A Hero Story, do you think his second term in office is better than his first term in 2016? No, that's not the question. The question was adaptations.
I don't think so.
That are better than the source material.
That's the question.
Characters that are better in movies or TV than their comic book counterparts. I've had this thought. It's come up recently. We talked about the Green Goblin. Now, I don't have a point of reference for the Green Goblin, but I thought about this. That is true. I've read that, I think, twice, maybe. I don't know. But I had this thought. I had this thought recently. And this is a character that I am well read. Not as well read as like other characters, but this was a character that I'm well read. And I don't really care for them in comic books as much. I think the movie version is far superior, and it's Loki. And so I thought about that as a topic for this show. People have sent some answers in.
All right. Well, okay, so it's a broad thing, like adaptations that are better than the source material. Obviously, the go-to is Civil War.
I was thinking more characters. I don't know what people have responded. I'm pretty sure I saw someone say Lord of the Rings, so I don't know if my question has been posed
Yeah,
specifically enough for the answers
for
I'm looking
comics. Yeah,
for.
I see.
The question is, do we send a link to Sean?
I mean, you have the link. I don't know. I can't sign in on this.
Do I?
So
Do
yeah,
I have
send it
the
to
link?
you.
Okay, I'll text it to him, and he'll either join or he won't. Okay.
Okay. All right. So characters that you think were adapted better than they are in the source material. Well, it's easy to say a lot of MCU like B-listers, like like Wong or
Mm.
Shang-Chi or even, Yelena
Here's the thing,
and
it's easy
whatnot.
to say that, but it's like also easy to say that in like a vacuum because like you can say, oh, that's what that is. I keep getting notifications on the fucking thing, on that Bluetooth thing again.
Oh,
Stupid
okay.
light. Um, it's easy to say that in a vacuum, but I also think like, yeah, it's easy to go, oh yeah, Wong is like better in the movies, but also like I think I struggle with that a little bit because I've read probably like 250 issues that motherfucker is in, and I feel like attached to him
Yeah.
really specifically. Um,
Honka Burning Fudge is our favorite. You don't like that?
no, that is pretty good. That is pretty good, actually.
I wouldn't say no to a tuna melt.
I wouldn't say no to a tuna melt. That is actually legit. That's such a good one.
Yeah. But it is,
No,
I
he
think
is
it is
good.
characters like that, though. It's the ones that don't, it's not Spider-Man, it's not Iron Man, it's not Batman, it's not Superman, I think it is your characters like that. Like, who did I just think of? I just thought of like randomly someone like Blue Beetle. Like Jaime
Hmm.
Reyes is probably better in that movie than
Yeah,
he could ever
okay.
have been in a comic book.
I don't think
Um,
there's a single I don't think there's a single one of my favorite characters that is better in live action. I think the
no, I agree.
closest one,
For
I
your
think the
characters.
closest one is Daredevil. I think that is the closest to like getting to what that character is. You know what I mean? Like I think that's
Yeah,
closer than RDJ as Iron Man. It's
really.
closer than yeah, I
I
think
see.
because the nature of TV, dude. I think the amount of time we spend with Charlie Cox's Daredevil, like he carved out that character to be, more than I mean, he carved him out to be a TV character, which is already
Yeah.
such a leg up.
Yeah, that makes
Um,
sense. I think I agree on my part too. I don't think that I like any character like the characters I like. I don't know if there's an adaptation of them that I think is better than the source material. I think we've talked about this as well, where I don't really think you can get there with source material, especially compared to comic books, which has
mm,
you know 70 years of Spider-Man's life
yeah,
compared to what, three Tom Holland movies or something.
yeah.
And I think
See,
Tom Holland is very good, and I think Tom Holland will be, if he's not already, which I think he pretty much is already, like the single definitive Spider-Man
mm,
in the next movie. I think when the next movie
I
hits, and if it's as good as we think it is, I think he's ubiquitously live action Spider-Man. I think it's Tom
there is
Holland.
a Tom Holland answer here that I think will be interesting to bring up to you
Okay.
specifically. Um, I like the reason I thought of Loki is because when I was in uni, when I was doing my big like that was
You named
mainly
your
my
cat
big
Loki.
DC. I named a cat Loki. And like again, this might be like a movie attachment because I named the cat Loki after Loki in Thor and Avengers at that time. But when I was in uni, I did a very similar to how I read basically all of my favorite characters. I did a big Loki read where I went, what is every fucking Loki story? And just like
Wow.
read everything that I could find. And that's where I came to that conclusion is I remember even at the time being like, yeah, I mean, he's cool, but like
Yeah.
clearly I was just
I think
infatuated sorry, with with
yeah.
the Hiddleston version. Same deal. Like I'm not nearly as well read in Norman Osborn, and I'm sure if I did read like Spider-Man more consistently, I'd be like, oh, okay,
Or at,
I see
at
the
all.
vision. Or at all. Well,
Yeah. Well,
it's
you read
Peter
Amazing
Parker, I should say.
Fantasy 14,
I
so
did. It's so weird that he wasn't there.
yeah.
I
Uh
read that issue for Norman Osborn too. It's so strange.
yeah.
But yeah, like
I love
I'm
Norman Osborn.
clearly just like
Willem Dafoe.
like mildly obsessed with that Willem Dafoe
Peter,
performance.
Peter, Peter.
Peter,
Yeah,
you
because
and
I
I. That's
I love Norman Osborn in the comics. It's for me, he's a fascinating character because there's a lack of a depth to him where he he really essentially is just evil for evil's sake. Like I think
I
the
see. I
closest,
like that shit too. I
yeah,
like when characters are that they don't always need to be
he,
sympathetic. You
yeah,
know.
he's the closest I would say that Marvel has to Eobard Thawne. I think he's that kind of character
Yeah,
where
and
he
that
just
is
does
also the
it.
part that
He
I love
does it.
about Eobard. It's
Yeah,
not
exactly.
complex.
He
It's
does it
not.
because he hates Peter. And I also think it's hilarious that he hates Peter for no reason at all because
Mm.
they, in the original run, it's issue 38 is the big who is the Green Goblin, they reveal it, right? And what happens is the Green Goblin just gets sick of Spider-Man one day, always foiling his plots, and follows him home. And exactly follows him to his house and then waits until Peter comes out and then just attacks him on his lawn. And Peter, by the way, this has never happened to Peter yet. This is the first time that anyone's ever taken it home. And so he's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And he gets kidnapped. And then at the end, this is how the issue ends. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 38. John Romita Sr.'s first issue, classic Spider-Man. Is that Peter's tied up in a warehouse. It's that iconic image of Peter being dragged by the glider while his shirt's ripped open and you see a Spider-Man costume under.
Yeah.
But he's in the warehouse, he's tied up, and the Green Goblin's like, you don't even know who I am, and I followed you home. You know what? It's only fair. Pulls off his mask. He's Norman Osborn. And by the way, they have not established Norman Osborn as a character at all. So Peter takes off, Norman takes off the mask, and Peter goes, Norman Osborn, you must be the dad of my friend Harry. And that's it. And that's it. They never met. There was never no, father figure type of shit. It was this guy hates that other guy's trying to stop him from doing crime and also happens to have a tangential relationship to him and now has attached to him like a demon and just destroys his life for no reason.
Fill out that story.
Yeah, I love that so much. I love that Norman, he's just like, again, evil for evil's sake. He really has an issue with Peter. It's something about, Peter believes in great power, great responsibility, and Norman believes that if you have great power, you should use it like a god or whatnot. But I fucking love comic book Norman Osborn. I do think that Willem Dafoe is iconic beyond iconic as Norman Osborn, and I think he is the only person that could have done that role the way he did it.
Well, like he's like an example of one that I
and should still do it, by the way.
I can't attest to that on a personal level. Like I love his Green Goblin, but I said to you guys the other week, I'm like, I cannot imagine reading Norman Osborn and liking him more than this version, which could or could not be true. I could read some Norman Osborn and be
you got to read like Dark Avengers and stuff. That's like Bendis.
I read Dark Avengers. Yeah. Dark Avengers is one of those series. It's actually a series that I read like you, that I think I have started like 3 or 4 times and never finished.
It's interesting. It's a good one. I mean, it's the biggest thing Norman ever did. All right.
We've got some fan answers. I've got to go in like half an hour.
Yeah, me too.
Hunter says, Batman v Superman. In brackets, I am rage baiting the American. Thoughts on that?
Well, you're the American. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, dude, I'm not really.
Black and blue, night versus day.
Yeah, okay. He's obviously full of shit. He's being stupid. So
he's got a tattoo. He might not be full of shit.
I feel like he has woken up over.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yes, yeah.
Fuck, he pissed me off. I can't believe I called him on that Chucky thing. Should I say that?
I did see that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to say it, sure.
I was just annoyed. He's watching the Chucky movies, and I saw that he rated Cult of Chucky like 2 stars a few years ago. And I was like, I bet he's going to watch that movie and be like, I've always loved this one. This is one of my favorites. And then he reviewed it. He was like, I've always liked this one. I was like, you motherfucker. And his reasoning was, I don't know why I did that. I was like, you have no consistency. You have no consistency. I don't like it. Anyway.
How about this, though?
Logan Russell said The Shining and Lord of the Rings. Oh, God. Okay, here it is. Shh, we're talking. We'll let you.
No, we did not just start recording. We're pretty deep into this.
No, we literally just started. Welcome to a Hero Story.
You're a bit far from the mic, I think.
I was like, what?
I think you're a bit far from the mic. I can't really hear you.
I can't hear me. That's awkward.
I mean, you're very low.
It is set to the Yeti microphone. Let's see.
Everybody, welcome JD Vance to the podcast.
Yes, he is here. Vice President of the U.S. The Shining and The Hobbit. Listen,
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Oh, Lord of the Rings, yeah. A little bit. Speak.
You're so quiet.
You're very quiet.
You are very quiet.
I don't know, but I do think that after I watched The Shining, Welcome to Derry made me want to watch The Shining. The Shining made me want to watch Doctor Sleep. And after watching that, all those, and remembering The Shining is, what it is, I do think that that's like top 3 greatest movies ever.
Yeah, I think I don't know if I think the movie is better. I think they're both about as good as each other. Yeah, I think they're both great. Yeah, I think they're both like the peak of their art form. I really did love that book. I think the movie... Does the movie end better? No, the book probably ends better, but I like that the movie keeps the Overlook because it makes Doctor Sleep better. Like the ending of the Doctor Sleep book is lesser because of the ending of the Shining book, but the ending of the Doctor Sleep movie and that working as like a 2-part story is so much more climactic because in the book they blow up the Overlook at the end of the Shining, and that feels like that is climactic, and it's the right move for that story. But obviously when King wrote that, he wasn't thinking about, I'll do a story
sequel in 30 years or whatever. Yeah,
in 30 years, about grown up Danny Torrance. So
the original.
Yeah, he clearly obviously wasn't thinking that.
I love the part in The Shining, the movie, and I don't know why this has stuck with me for 2 weeks since I watched it, maybe. But it's when Dick Halloran is talking to Wendy for the first time, and he goes, "Now I heard Jack introduce you as Winifred. Now are you a Freddie or are you a Winnie?" She goes, "I'm a Wendy," and he goes, "Oh, Wendy!"
He's dude, Scatman Carruthers. Dude, exactly. He's so fucking good at that movie.
I love that so much. I don't know why I love that so much, but I love that. So good. You said a couple weeks ago, for no reason, like a Dick Halloran. If you have to make a spinoff about somebody for no reason, Dick Halloran TV show. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
Now. I thought you were.
You said some dumb shit a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I was like, he's like the guy. Especially, was it Chris Chalk? No, Chris Chalk. What's the guy that's in this show? Welcome to Derry.
He's very good.
He's unbelievable. This newest episode 6, where oh my god, he's so good. He's calling Hanlon a bootlicker. He's like, Sean needs his boots.
Get
polished.
The fuck out of here.
Bootlicker.
Yeah,
he's so good.
He's so good. I like
Chris Chalk.
The fact that we talked about this, that the canon all lines up very, like with the Shining movie lines up. Shining movie lines up at the same time as the It
like
movie
they haven't
place.
confirmed if like it's supposed to be, but I really genuinely think you can fit in the Shining movie, Doctor Sleep movie, the It movies, and this series into one universe without it feeling like
because the timeline does line up.
Timeline lines up stylistically. They have like especially Doctor Sleep, like Flanagan style and Machete style. The colors they use, the way they shoot things, actually look very similar. It feels like cohesive. I would so buy it, dude. I would love that I would love that he gets a vision of the Overlook and it's the Overlook from the movies.
Yeah, like there's no way to 100% confirm it without like showing Ewan McGregor or something, but
unless they like just say, oh yeah, no, it's canon to the movie.
I think that's like, that's how they would have to do it. And
I would love that, dude. Although sadly, spoilers for The Shining, Dick Halloran dies in the movie, but not the book. So
interesting. Okay,
that sucks.
Does he show up in Doctor Sleep?
Yes, he shows up in the movie as we're still very low, by the way, Sean.
No.
He shows up
in the movie in the book Doctor Sleep.
He shows up in the exact same way. He's a ghost. Well, he's a ghost in the mouth of a dead lady.
Oh,
yeah.
Like how Tony's a ghost in the finger of.
Kind of. There's like a dead lady, and then like Danny hears a voice from it, and then it's Dick Halloran, and he's just like, but it's the exact same dialogue he has in the movie where he's like, it hurts to be here, Danny, but I'm glad I'm glad you're doing well, and blah 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 blah. It's good stuff.
And we talked about this as well. Interesting crossover. If it's all the same universe, then the Losers Club went back to Maine and killed it at the same time that they
Danny
burnt down the Overlook in Doctor Sleep.
Love that.
Movies
love
came out the
that,
same year.
dude. Oh, fuck it. Oh, I love the Skarsgårds, dude. This is such a random like side
Sean, we cannot hear you, man. I'm so sorry.
Are you serious?
You're so low. It's like you're whispering.
Yeah, it's legit. I just have.
Glad to have Sean here.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Well, welcome Sean to the podcast.
What
Okay.
else you got?
Avery McKinnon says Tom Holland Spider-Man over Zeb Wells Spider-Man.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. What I want to say
Avery,
about Tom Holland Spider-Man,
oh,
real quick,
yeah, yeah.
is that I think I would make the argument for this. I think this is true. I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is the superhero in like the movie superhero in popular culture, like the biggest one right now. I think that he is the one that most people love and will show up for next time. I think it's Tom
Oh,
Holland Spider-Man.
yeah,
Nobody
no,
else.
I see what you mean in terms of like the hype for Brand New Day. Like when people
Yeah,
talk about it, it does feel like the whole Iron Boy Junior
it's
thing
gone.
has just
He's
gone.
just
It's
Spider-Man now.
completely gone,
Yeah, and
which is
I think
that
that
is
I think
genuinely thanks to No Way Home, and
yeah,
people need to give that
which is a
movie
good
its
movie. Yeah.
flowers for it changed the entire perception of a character that had built up a perception for like 4 movies,
Yeah. And
5 movies.
I think that by the time we roll around to Brand New Day, I just feel like he's the one that the kids love. There's
Yeah,
multiple generations of people that like loves Tom Holland Spider-Man's because you have to remember there's also like older people who hate. There are a lot of people still don't like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and are still
you. That's
disappointed
you.
by.
That's you.
I'm iffy on Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, and are still disappointed by Tobey's Spider-Man. I feel like Tom Holland's, especially existing in the Marvel universe, I feel like he's just like, I feel like he's the one that most people like. I think he's the most popular superhero in things right now. He's the
I
one.
think that's fair. You know what I also think is fair is Avery McKinnon's follow-up answer, which was Heath Ledger Joker. I agree with you. I've read a lot of Joker and I agree.
Better than any Joker. I think. I mean, I think
Yeah.
he takes the character. I don't think there's anything different about Heath Ledger's take on Joker than there actually is in the Joker in comics.
No, I like that he's like I like serious. I like that he's a bit serious.
Yeah, but
Because realistically, we don't
why
get
so serious though?
What? Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
I love the. This is something I never really comprehended as a kid, but it's one of those movies that you rewatch and you rewatch and you rewatch. But it's just like that. He just gives a different origin every time. I
Yeah, I
love
love
that so
shit.
much.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I was a kid, I must have just been like, wait a minute, but I don't think that's what he said last time.
He didn't say that earlier.
Exactly. But now I'm like, oh, like he does in the comics. It's multiple
Yeah.
choice. I like that a lot.
But like the
and the
comic
one
book
bad day
Joker,
thing.
comic book Joker is overt, and Heath Ledger's Joker is more nuanced, and I just like that. Like
Yeah, sure.
my favorite Jokers are like absolute Joker might end up becoming my favorite because it's just not really the Joker.
You heard that
genuinely.
this is a crazy stat, but apparently the next issue of Batman, Absolute Batman, is Absolute Joker. And that issue, the pre-orders have exceeded the pre-orders for Absolute Batman issue 1.
What? I didn't know that was
Yes.
possible.
That is exactly maybe quote for quote what Scott Snyder said.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was
Wow,
possible.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Absolute Batman #1 just went on its 10th printing.
Yes,
So.
that is true.
Nuts.
Also, can you hear me now?
A little bit.
Yeah,
I'm
we
just
did.
I'm gonna crank the gain super high.
No, it's
when I
like
see
clearly like whatever you've plugged in, you are like your voice is being recorded through your laptop and not your mic based off of how you sound. Like you sound
Me?
muffled, muted.
Still?
You
Yeah.
just sound low, very low.
I don't know. He sounds like he's like behind so he's talking
Maybe.
I
like
had
this.
a pair of headphones that I haven't used before, so like I'm wondering if that screwed things up.
You sound better now, somehow.
You sound better by about 10%, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
But yeah, but the real quick about Heath Ledger's Joker, I love the fact that his whole plot is essentially the same thing as the Killing Joke, where he's just trying to prove through Harvey Dent that one bad
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, I
that's
want
cool.
you to do it. I want you to do
Can
it.
you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's good now.
Yes, actually. Maybe.
Mm,
I would say you're still lower than you'd usually be, but we can hear you.
That's weird because I'm loud, so I feel like I usually blow out my microphone.
No, see, now hearing you talk longer again, it definitely sounds like you're being recorded through not what you think you're being recorded through.
I got no
Can
clue.
you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, you're loud. Shut up. Fuck. Keep it
Jesus, man, we can hear you.
Jesus. All right, this guy. Sean, there was a comment earlier in the podcast talking about how like maybe we bullied you in one episode. I'm sorry for that, brother.
You did?
Shut up.
There was a comment that I read,
next
on the YouTube.
Sorry. Logan Russell says the animated Under the Red Hood movie is better than the comic.
Yes.
He's right.
Yeah.
He is right.
There's a
It's
point.
there's a yeah, go on, Tyler. There's a point where that comic just
There's a point in that comic where for some reason they drop a giant nuclear corpse on Bloodhaven in the middle.
Yeah,
because Superboy Prime Punch Reality and Infinite Crisis is happening. Yeah. And I don't think that translates well.
No, it's like four issues of like the best story you've ever read, and then like 3 issues of like okay.
Be literally like if in the Winter Soldier, like the Bucky story, like if Spider-Man in that they'd blown up New York for some reason, and then it's like Bucky's back, this is the biggest thing ever, and also New York is blown up, but that's not really important. It's like that's important too.
Don't worry about that. No, that's like that's actually
Jason
bigger
Todd
than the
back
thing
is huge. Why would you one up it by nuking Bloodhaven?
A local comic, Sean, also agrees. Batman Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood, yeah. It is.
It's such a more streamlined version to tell that story.
Man. We can't hear.
Okay, are you just messing with me at this point?
I was that time. I'm sorry.
Okay. You can't do that because my brain will be like, wait, what?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't even think of that. Sorry.
No, you're good. But yeah, no, it's such a more streamlined way to do it. And I feel like the dialogue changes are so much better.
All I ever wanted was to kill him.
Yeah, and like also like
it's in the Jensen too, isn't it?
Yeah, Jensen Ackles.
Forgot about that. Yeah.
But like in the comic, Jason's the one to say the line, "Goodness gracious, I've been bamboozled." And it's such a weird line to hear from like Red Hood, but in the movie it makes perfect sense for the Joker to say that.
Yeah.
And it's like everything's better in the movie.
Yeah, and we all watched it as kids, and it inspired us to like Batman, which is, I think, true of a lot of Batman.
I actually liked Batman because I read Amazing Fantasy
number 14,
and I knew that's a joke that you won't understand, Sean. So you're gonna
until you listen to the podcast. You were
that
Detective
was a really
Comics
funny
26.
Smarmy Cube says Earth's Mightiest Heroes Kang. Interesting. And Hank Pym, also interesting.
Hank, maybe.
I was going to say, we talked about this on the podcast. I like comic book Kang because I like when he's goofy. And Earth's Mightiest Heroes Kang is very serious and very like, you Avengers are going to destroy time and destroy reality and whatever. But I like a Kang that's just a foolish guy.
Yes, and I like
Jed McKay's run.
How is he? Oh, in the Jed McKay Avengers. Yeah, he's good. I think the thing about Kang, I don't know if there's a whole lot of difference necessarily between the cartoon Kang and the comic Kang. It's all about presentation, obviously. You know, when you get the music and you get the voice, and Kang just feels much grander, but I think that he is that in the comics. But Hank Pym, I don't think that they've ever, and it is unfortunate, but they've never gotten around the bend of the Janet thing. They've never gotten past that with Hank. They've never given the character, I think, the space to like do something with it that isn't what's the word? It you know, because it's like a huge moment. It's the biggest thing that defines his character and maybe hers. But they've never gotten away with talking about it where it doesn't feel like they're exploiting it. You know, like they've never sat and talked about the actual genuine human repercussions of maybe this guy wants to amend what he did. And I'm sure, you know, they did this definitely in the 80s or 70s Marvel comics, but like today only do comics have the nuance to really deal with that. At least in like a mainstream kind of way.
And it's almost like too late, like the public.
It's definitely too late because it was 50 years ago.
Yeah, and now it's like he's half Ultron. Look at him; he's trying to
they've gone full heel with Hank Pym. You know, they've
still half Ultron. I thought they did away with.
No, that was like 4 years ago. Dude.
Yeah, but that's the thing is they decided it wasn't worth fucking making him a hero, and they made him a bad guy. Like they don't know. I think there are ways to kind of do something interesting with Hank Pym regarding that and what it means to like amend yourself from that, because the truth of the matter is that like that was a horrible thing he did, but he still was like a founding member of the Avengers and a good person and a good hero. But I don't know how they it's really hard for them to like get over that in comics.
Who was the writer that made that part of Hank Pym's character?
I'm gonna guess
John
it was
Byrne.
Roy Thomas.
Damn it.
Because they're the Avengers just to that point. But the whole thing, the issue is that it was, I think they wrote it as Hank is throwing his arms up in frustration and accidentally hits Janet. But the
Yeah,
artist just drew him slapping her across the fucking
Which
room.
is a thing that like Peter Parker has done, and like
Peter Parker did do that in the 90s. Yes, he did. He punches his pregnant wife across a room with his spider powers because he's freaking out because he's not the real him, because he gets, he thinks he's a clone or whatever.
That's in an issue of Amazing Spider-Man?
Yeah, it's canon, man. That's Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Oh, because it was also part of the Clone Saga?
Because they're trying to replace him, and they're trying to be like, isn't this guy crazy? Isn't Ben Reilly like super sane? Ben Reilly would never hit his wife.
Did you talk about the fact that what's his face, Nicolas Cage's?
No, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, but he is.
He
Spider Noir is Ben Reilly instead of Peter Parker. I'm fine with it.
No.
As long as he's not a fucking clone, I'm fine with it just being the name.
He's your favorite. He's your favorite Spider-Man too. With your favorite costume,
Nicolas
you
Cage,
love the full red outfit with the blue hoodie over it. You think that's the
Listen,
superior
I
Spider-Man
don't think
costume.
it's a bad costume. I just think
Matthew
that the Spider-Man
Novak
costume is
comes
better.
in with probably my favorite one so far. He says Spider-Verse Miles is the best version. His comics post 1610 suck, and Insomniac Miles is a dork.
Insomniac Miles definitely is a fucking dork.
Yeah.
Like big time, like he's the most Peter Parker-y, I think, of all the Miles Moraleses.
I don't know if his. I don't know if
to swing around the city collecting musical instruments.
That's true.
I don't really remember.
You get to aim your camera at things that make noise and make a shitty beat.
Yeah.
But I think. Listen, this is an argument we've heard forever now. I feel like I remember being like a day one Miles Morales fan, and I never understood the Peter clone argument that often befall that character, right?
Yeah.
Before Secret Wars. And I still don't get it. I really don't understand it. But obviously the movie version of Miles is
fantastic. Yeah.
Is like, I mean, I said if Tom Holland Spider-Man is there, Miles Morales from those movies is arguably the defining superhero of this generation of superhero movies, right?
Wait till you see Doctor Doom, dude.
I mean, the ending of Into the Spider-Verse is still such a beautiful ending of
yes.
Anyone can wear the mask.
You can wear
the mask. Like,
and I think I think that switched a light in a lot of people's brains who never seen this character before, never felt like that about Spider-Man before. I think Miles Morales introduced a whole new kind of person to Spider-Man. But I still like that guy in the comics, man. I like that guy.
I was going to say, so I only read like the first maybe 20 issues of him in 616 before I dropped out.
616, you didn't read the Ultimate ones?
No, so I read every Miles thing in the Ultimate Universe. Then I read Secret Wars again. Then I read like the first 3 arcs or whatever of his 616 run with gold balls and whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And I like it seemed fine. I didn't have a problem with it, but I just dropped off it. I was like, okay, I'm not as interested in the story. So I don't know if they suck, but like Ultimate Miles in that story, I really
they saw the vampire thing. For me, there's a lot of argument that Miles should still, that they should have never separated the universes, or I mean, you'd have to obviously still be continuing the Ultimate Universe for him to have been in another universe at the same time right now. And I don't think they were willing to do that. I love that Miles came from this other universe, and I love that he's the Ultimate Spider-Man, but something happened to me when I saw the previews. I remember when Secret Wars was happening, and there was an all new, all different Marvel like preview book, like one of these, right? Like, they show all the comics coming up, and this was the first time we were going to see what Marvel looked like post Secret Wars. And you flip a page and it says Spider-Man. It doesn't say Miles Morales Spider-Man or Ultimate Spider-Man. Yeah. Adjectiveless Spider-Man. Miles Morales is joining the 616 universe. And something happened to me in that moment that cannot be replicated. And I think for that alone, I'm so fucking happy he's Spider-Man in the 616 universe forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fucking like that means something,
I'm hearing you. I get you.
Just like
I felt hang out with the Avengers, story,
seeing him joy on the Avengers was, oh my god, him in the fucking Mark Waid Avengers run where Miles he's surfing on Iron Man. It's cool.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's cool. Yeah,
I think he should be called Spin, but that's just
you think he should be called Spin or maybe Kid Arachnid.
Oh, that's the anime. That's that kids show one, isn't it?
Yeah, Kid Arachnid.
Ed03 comes in with one that I fully, absolutely, no notes, completely agree with. Season 3, Daredevil Bullseye over comic book Bullseye. He's right. He's correct. Yeah. There is not a single time where comic book Bullseye has been as good as Dex is in that show.
I disagree.
And I have read every Bullseye appearance, maybe ever.
I think
probably.
This is one of those cases where I like the lack of depth in regular Bullseye, where I just really, because I appreciate digging into Bull. He's not the same character, because comic book Bullseye's not.
He's not
Benjamin Poindexter.
He's not Poindexter. No, he's not.
But
is he Potter? Is his last name Potter? No.
Who in the comics, like regular?
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah,
I think Lester. It is still Poindexter.
Oh, it is. Yeah, Lester. Yeah, it is Lester, isn't it?
Yeah. He's got like he's got a weird like bald fat guy named Lester, you know. But I just like that he, in the very same way as Norman Osborn, is just like a demon that's attached to Matt Murdock. You know, he's like a manifestation of something that Matt, for like oh Jesus, I don't know, I just hit myself with the mic. But there's something
Careful, microphones are apparently not working this week.
They're going haywire today.
Don't punch yours again.
I like something about Bullseye being just so sadistic and liking killing because he just likes to kill people.
You know, I love that kind of shit.
I know you like it too.
I was about to say, Harper, that feels like what you would like about a horror movie villain and stuff.
Yeah, you know, I like a psycho, just an unrepentant.
That's what
for no rhyme or reason. But I think Dex in that show is an example of where they've taken that, and they could have done a more. I mean, that show
they took nothing really and they put something there.
Yeah, that show isn't really the show either. That's going to be like, hey, we have all these really nuanced characters. Here's this dude. He's just weird and like evil, and I don't like him. And like they were obviously always going to do some sort of deep thing. But I actually agree with that one. I do think.
Yeah, it's the same reason I prefer comic book Thanos still to movie Thanos. Like, even if movie Thanos has more depth, I like that comic book Thanos is a simp for death.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they might try and do that idea with Doctor Doom. They try and make him like a sympathetic bad guy, but Doom actually
has a lot of depth in the comics anyway. At least.
He does have a lot of depth, but I like, as controversial as it was, I actually kind of like him just ultimate nullifying that universe in that Cantwell book.
Yes.
Just to be like, he can
be simple. He makes simple decisions for complicated reasons.
Exactly. Yeah, that's left One World Under Doom.
Quote, dude.
I'm almost done.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
Oh, One World Under Doom.
I have 3 issues left.
Who fucking cares, dude? It's done. Sorry, dude. Who cares? I love you, Sean, but not that. Who cares about fucking One World Under Doom?
Listen, I listened to the both of you talk about it. I heard about Valeria getting decapitated. I'm like,
actually, that's fair. That's fair. That's the one part where you go, oh, shit happens, and then like the last issue is like, okay, so I get you. Harry Sat has said The Boys, which I
was waiting to hear that one. Yes, completely agree. Did you mention that the 2 posters dropped yesterday?
I did see one of the ones where it's him and he's floating over the world and there's a bunch of news.
Homelander done me, son, and took me bloody one.
When The Boys TV show came out, good for them, by the way. I remember I had already
podcast.
I knew what The Boys was because I think the Weekly Planet I brought it up at some point. Yeah. And I did my deep dive when I was like 17 into The Boys or whatever, and I was like, this is fucking horrific and disgusting. And then the reason I watched the show, you hear the show's coming, I'm like, well, that's also gonna be fucking horrific and disgusting. And then my mom was like, I watched this show called The Boys. I went, you watched The Boys? And I'm thinking like, horrible, and it is horribly and disgusting, obviously the show too. Yeah. But the fact that my mom recommended the show to me, I was like, oh, maybe there's something there that's good about this one, and there actually was. And so yes, that is much better than the comic book.
So much of the comics is grotesque just for the sake of being grotesque.
Yeah, there's like splash pages of Billy's dog fucking other dogs. Like
and like while the show definitely has their stuff in there to just shock value, be grotesque. They at least have it molded into the story, whereas like things in the comics genuinely felt like being like, oh, isn't this gross? And it's like,
Did you read comics first, Sean?
No, so I started with the show, watched season 1, and then binged all the comics, went back to the show. What I love about the comics so much isn't, the story. I like the overarching story of the relationship between Butcher and Huey. I think that is a very interesting narrative that carries throughout the whole thing, especially if you go back and like look at things seeded throughout. And I truly love that final second to last issue where they're on the roof of the Empire State Building. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't read The Boys.
Everybody.
Where
Major spoilers.
Everybody. Where
skip 30 seconds.
Skip 30 seconds. Where they're just talking about, their relationship, and Huey's in tears and everything. And then you have the most human moment from Butcher being like, giving Huey some parting advice and everything. And Garth Ennis writes it into his script where like he goes, Butcher has never been more human in this moment. Like it's really, I like that part of the series, but then you read things that are like hero-gasm and you're like,
dude, that's Ennis, dude. Like I've said this to you before. I fucking love I mean, I haven't read Preacher in like 8 years.
I'm gonna buy the Preacher omnibuses one day. Very soon.
Oh, dude, like the Bible sort of ones.
Maybe there's two of them.
There's one that's like the spine looks like a Bible. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Yeah, that's the one. It looks fucking gorgeous, dude.
Yeah.
I love Preacher, but that is a prime example of a book that like
shock value.
You need to leave like sensibilities at the door and just take it for what it is and recognize it for the time that it's written and just like write it out. Like it will give you a story that is like one of the single most beautiful stories told in comic books, but also on top of the fact that one of the main characters is arse face and he's a rock star and his face looks like an arse. And there's a lot of just like brutal like assault and stuff. And it's just, oh no, it's actually 3 books titled. Those are the ones I'm thinking of. Look at those.
Those are cool. Absolute Preacher. Okay.
They're unreal.
Absolute Preacher.
Yeah. See, I actually knew they sell like their books are called Absolute.
Oh, dude, Steve Dillon's art on Preacher will make you think that Jesse Custer is like the coolest character ever.
I do like Steve Dillon quite a bit.
What is that? Such a great ending
to The Boys.
Fuck, that's a TV show that just my God.
I really, really hope that this show sticks the landing with season 5, because I do feel like season 4 kind of lost the plot a little bit and was all over the place.
Nice.
Look at this guy.
I really am hoping. But yeah, one poster is Homelander looking down at planet Earth, in flames and like blowing up and all this stuff. And then the other poster is Butcher holding a crowbar with the Vought Tower collapse behind him. And both posters are captioned Scorched Earth. I really hope they stick the landing. And Harper, I forwarded you something. Apparently, like the second to last episode or whatever is titled something like The Frenchman, the Female, and the Mother's Milk. And I'm like, are they going to do what happens in the final arc of The Boys? I don't know, because I feel like the show would want their characters.
Is it an orgy?
No, not the orgy. The fact that maybe not everybody makes it out. And
they have to. They have to have some level of stakes.
Remember the last episode of Ahsoka is like the wizard, the wardrobe, and the lion.
Yeah, everybody
and
does
the warlord. The Jedi.
It's the Jedi, the witch, and the warlord.
Yeah,
that's pretty
cool.
That's
good shit. That's
the Jedi, the witch, and the warlord. Yeah,
that goes hard. That goes hard as well. I actually knew about. I read The Boys before the show because I actually saw them first in Amazing Fantasy 14. Classic running joke. Classic running joke.
That is classic.
I have no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's
that
good
takes
stuff.
me back.
Nick Heasters, our goat. I knew he would answer. I said he would answer, didn't I?
You did say that, yeah.
Or did I say that we'd be his number one? Whatever. This guy. Anyway, he sent in a take that I actually agree with, and Tyler, you will disagree with.
Okay, all right, let's do this.
This. We're gonna have to fight on this one. He said, "Oh wait, hot take. Iron Man 3 is better than Ellis's Extremis." He's right.
Oh,
because Extremis as a story is barely a story.
I don't know if I disagree with that. I don't think much of Iron Man 3, but I think less of Extremis.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's a good chat.
No
Love to have Extremis when he gets the liquid metal armor or whatever.
That's when he he essentially
that's bleeding
gets
edge infractions.
He puts the like undersuit
of the armor
the gold, into his skin.
Yeah. And then the rest floats to him.
Yeah, he can do like the Iron Man 3, like pull the suit parts to him. But he gets the skin armor, the bleeding edge armor in Matt Fraction's run.
Yeah.
Because I just finished the first arc of Mighty Avengers where he morphs into Lady Ultron, and I'm like,
yeah, that's the
okay.
Extremis armor is the super slick, sexy Civil War armor.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It's one of the best ones, I think. Triangle. When I was a kid, the triangle logo for me, that was what Iron Man looked like.
I'm still with you, dude. No,
did you cheer at Iron Man 2 when he gets that armor?
Yes, and I do remember when he gets the circle back in the Avengers being like, I thought we moved past this.
Yeah, I agree. I like the triangle. I like the one that they adapt into Infinity War and Endgame and Civil War, which is the one from Extremis, where it literally is the Superman symbol. It's the Superman shape.
I think that the Endgame suit, you know, the classic based on the old, fucking phenomenal.
So good.
The sleeveless look. Oh, so cool.
Yeah,
I do like the live action Silver Centurion, even though you get it for like one.
Yeah, you barely.
I think it's a good looking suit.
I really
Silver Centurion's triangle.
I really think that, like, I mean, it's too late now. Obviously, he's dead. But like, but he's
gonna be Dr. Doom.
What? Yeah. I sure hope we're not on the Russo's brothers video reacting to that.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I watched actually for some reason watched that video where we reacted to it today.
Did you really? That's
yeah.
So... it's too late now, but I think a lot of movie Iron Man designs could have been like amped up a little bit more if they committed to having one color in a different area. Like the Silver Centurion in Iron Man 3, you barely see it. But like if that suit just had like the legs were way more silver and the arms were just pure fucking silver. Like I can't find it at the moment, but someone on like the Iron Man Reddit. Yeah, no, I did find it. So this is the Mark 75 for the new Iron Man run, right? For Josh Williamson's one. It's like this, yeah?
Yeah, it's all right.
There's a lot of red. There's a lot of red around the abdomen section. It looks like a movie suit almost. But like keep your eyes on that abdomen section there. Someone in the comments redesigned it by just putting more yellow around like this.
It's more like the modular armor. Yeah, I was thinking like it kind of just looks like his belly's there. He's just showing his belly.
In the original one. When I saw that, I was like, okay, that is like, that's way more comic booky.
I mean, oh, dude, modular armor is fucking triangle too, no? Also triangle logo?
Yeah.
The majority of his armors have the triangle logo.
The modular is the obviously the Len Kaminsky.
No, it is. Yeah, no, it is. Sorry,
Marvel versus Capcom. The first time I ever saw Iron Man, that was the design I saw.
Was it really?
I think I told you this, where I was in like a laundromat once when I was a kid, and this is one of my first memories, period. And I saw a Marvel versus Capcom arcade cabinet, and I saw Iron Man doing that fucking big move with
the best run, dude.
And that was the Iron Man I saw, and I'm just like, what is that? That was like my first introduction to Marvel comics, really.
It could legitimately be the best Iron Man run of all time.
I think it's the best Iron Man suit. That's my favorite armor.
I think that run is
Iron Man was
the single most underrated run in history of comics.
I think it was that 2004 animated movie that came out.
I own that one. Yeah, I remember that.
That one, and then also the Ultimate animated movies they did. Duology.
Oh, the Ultimate Avengers ones.
Yeah, those. I remember watching. Those were like some of the first Marvel things I ever watched.
Me too. Yeah. Listen, it was a good idea. Obviously, we just talked about how Under the Red Hood was so influential. If Marvel got on that earlier, oh my God, where would we be now? We'd be on fucking Mars.
I mean, well, Marvel had their 90s series, but I guess nothing was ever as big as like Batman the Animated Series or a DC project.
And there were so many Marvel 90s shows that like I mean, X-Men was probably the biggest one, obviously, maybe bigger than any of them, but like nobody watched Silver Surfer animated series, did they?
No.
Or Fantastic Four, even. Nobody watched that fucking Fantastic Four show. Or the Hulk. You know, there was a Hulk one. And there was an Iron Man one.
I've only just half tuned in on the Iron Man. That goes harder.
You do love that.
I know. Remember we had that argument like 4 years ago.
Maybe that is peak.
Yeah.
Green Mandarin.
That's all. Yeah, it's all based off of that fucking run, dude.
ForceWorks.
Wait, Harper,
yeah, man.
Did you ever watch that Nicktoons Iron Man show where Tony is like
Armored Adventures?
Armored Adventures, the 3D animated one.
Yeah. We talk about.
Did you watch all that?
Yeah, no, I don't know if I've watched all of it. I think I've watched a lot of it.
A man on a mission. Yeah, classic.
Armored Adventures. You ready for this, Sean? You ready for this?
Yeah.
There's a whole episode. I remember.
Have you seen what the Mandarin looks like in that show? He's just sour.
Yes, I have.
It's crazy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, but Sean, Sean, have you seen this?
Yes.
Whoa,
oh yeah,
that's Iron Man
Jr.
That's Iron Man. Yeah, that's him. There he is.
I had that Mandarin action figure when I was a kid from that show.
Nice.
What, the Sauron looking one?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I barely remember how that show played out story wise.
No clue.
He's
clue.
a teenager. He's a teenager.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all I remember.
It's got to skip.
And even the Mandarin was like a teenager, right?
Yeah, Mandarin was too.
Mm.
You have to skip class to be Iron Man. That sucks. That's stupid, actually. And Teen Tony worked so well after The Crossing. You know, they had to make a TV show.
Shut up and stop it. Caleb Koopman, 3. I don't know. It probably wasn't necessary to say the number, was it? Zack Snyder in his comment section, I guess, is better than him directing movies. I would agree.
Yeah, but he's being snippy, no? He's like, oh, this is the real Superman.
No, he's being an absolute little bitch about it because his career is predicated on like completely mediocre movies, but his fan base eats him up. And so now he's got a god complex about what he's made and now believes that he's owed DC characters that he doesn't understand and doesn't make movies about anymore.
And didn't invent.
But I digress. Christian's Not Dead Yet says Ultimate Clone Saga is infinitely better than 616. I think Tyler would agree with that.
Infinitely, yeah.
Infinitely, in full caps.
You want to hear something cool about Ultimate Clone Saga? So, Ultimate Spider-Man 100.
Didn't even get time to answer.
No, I agree. But something very cool is that it turns out that the whole thing in Ultimate Universe is all Otto, right? It's all Dr. Octopus has been creating these clones. And there's a part where they confront him. It's Peter, the Jessica Drew clone, who in the Ultimate Universe is a female clone of Peter Parker. And I think the Fantastic Four, they go confront Otto Octavius, and he's there, normal guy, and he's got no arms. He's got none of the mechanical arms. And then somehow the fucking room starts spinning, right? And shit starts flying at the heroes. And Otto says, I always thought it was something like about my connection to the arms, like, you know, that I built them or the technology, whatever, but it was the metal. I could control the metal. And the explosion that fused the arms to him unlocked his mutant ability. And in the Ultimate Universe, he's got Magneto powers. And he can fucking create the arms out of anything. So cool.
Oh, damn, that is cool.
That is so cool. And it's like, when they're whispering to him and whatnot, like he's actually physically feeling them because he has mutant abilities. Very cool. Good stuff.
Can I show you a cover Can I show you a cover that I love, Tyler?
From the Clone Saga?
I don't know why I think this cover.
Also, the Clone Saga is the worst thing ever. It's
I got confused just now because I thought the prompt that you put on your story was like TV and movie adaptations. We're also talking comic adaptations of comics.
Yes. Ultimate X-Men, is that really a cover you like?
It's just nostalgic. It just
I never understood it when I was a kid. I really didn't know what I was looking at.
He looks like he's
like how the Ultimate covers look, where it's that like PS3 looking.
Yes, the Spider-Man is good. Spider-Man issue, Ultimate Spider-Man issue 1, iconic. I own it. But
Tyler, this could be interesting. Trey Pash says Days of Future Past movie is better than the comic. Who wrote the comic?
Claremont.
Not a pedophile. There you go. That's
not a pedophile. Drawn by John Byrne, who he goes
pedophile.
But he okay. Let's see. I think that they used the Days of Future Past concept for the movie to make arguably something that shouldn't have worked and did. You know, they made the biggest X-Men movie they could have, and it's got like, you know, insane emotional depth, and it actually like it hits on every level, right?
Yeah.
But I love the comic book where they send Kitty Pryde back in time and she's walking past, and like future Kitty where she's walking past all the gravestones and it's like Franklin Richards and Reed Richards and Tony Stark, and it's the whole Marvel universe and whatnot. Love it. I love that. But the movie is better. Yes. The movie is better.
Interesting you would take such a stance.
Yeah, I will.
The last two are so random. What a great name. Situational Zingers says The Crow.
Okay.
Now, do you mean the Bill Skarsgård one? Because I
have not read The Crow, nor have I seen the Brandon Lee Crow movie.
I've seen the Brandon Lee, like that Crow. I've not seen any of the Crow sequels, like the one with Edward Furlong. I've not seen the Bill Skarsgård one, but God, I love that guy. Yeah, so I'm going to say he is the best one.
I want to read The Crow, definitely, but I mean, I'm sure I'll watch The Crow too at some point. I mean, I'll watch it tonight or something. I watched
the last
Escape from New York yesterday morning. That was very good.
Yeah. Okay.
And the other night I watched
The President
Charlie's
is Dr.
Angels,
Loomis, dude.
The McG Charlie Angels movie, the most 2000 movie of all time.
And how was that? Man.
It's awesome.
Oh, great.
They play Brandy in that movie. The sailors say
such
Brandy.
A fine girl.
Yeah.
What a good wife she would
Lucy
be.
Liu.
Yeah, she's in that. No, Charlie,
Cameron Diaz,
Cameron Diaz,
Drew Barrymore, Lucy Liu, Charlie's Angels. Fun.
That's interesting that they drew Barrymore instead of filming her because it's a movie. Anyway, we end where we began.
That was a situational zinger.
That was it. Thanks, man. I actually stole that joke from Amazing Fantasy 14. Anyway,
yeah.
Our last comment. We end where we began. First Flash fan says Homelander. Sean attests.
As a character, probably, right?
As a character.
Yeah.
Well, because he's got like depth and motivation and emotions and shit, right?
Well, that's the thing. Like, again, he's an actual person in the show. Like in the comic, Homelander is very much in the background. Like he's a threat that's there, but he doesn't really start doing stuff until like around Herogasm issue 40 mark, because he thinks that he's losing it and he wants to take over the world. But what I like about the show is that Homelander is the pure evil person that did all the bad things. In the comic, it feels kind of like a cop-out where the twist is Black Noir did most of this horrific stuff, including the stuff that impacted Butcher the most. Like, it felt like a very major twist just to have a major twist. Like, the show is so much better in the fact that Homelander has been the psychopath from beginning to end. Straight line.
It's so weird that people didn't know that too. That there are people that just realized that he was a bad guy.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that in the office the other day, because there's people who think Homelander is awesome, and then you have people that like look up to American Psycho and stuff, and it's like you're missing the point.
That's his name.
It's so unbelievably hard.
Yeah.
Sean, is that kind of like if the Cloak of Levitation was a dead girl?
Wait, what?
Don't worry about it. Anyway, that has been a hero story.
Episode 32. Good stuff. That was fun. God, you and I go for too long, man.
Yeah, I know. We went way longer than I meant to, but what can you do? Hopefully the listeners enjoyed it.
Time flies when you're having fun. Yes. Thanks, guys, for listening. I sent it in the chat. I don't know if I've said it, but allegedly, according to the Spotify stats, we've grown 66% in this year. So that's pretty good. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Sean, we love you. Sorry for bullying you. We don't mean it's not real. It's fake bullying. It's real. I hate this cunt.